Hello. Can everybody see me? Now it's popped up. There we go. Let's make it over 9,000. Heck yeah. I'm always down for over 9,000, no matter what it is. Don't quote me on that, though, actually. Hey, I know somebody will say something silly. How y'all doing today? We'll see these analytics here. Once people are in here, we're going to get started pretty much. But I am, so tomorrow, since Candace isn't going to be doing this, there's a couple things I want to go over tomorrow. Where is it? Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to go over this video. Candace Owens' untold high school story led me to why she's investigating Erika Kirk. I may watch this. People were telling me to go watch this. So I think we could have some fun with that. We'll go and we'll take a look. See what information she found. And then, oh yeah, I made a funny, this is just what I do sometimes with AI. I'll put like the background picture for the, like just the background of whatever I'm going to put Candace Owens in front of and put words in front of. So very little of this shows, but it's just kind of like filler to make it kind of interesting and make it pop out. And I don't want it to be the same background every time, so I just have it redone. But this one I said, make me a YouTube thumbnail size image of a massive green and purple explosion in the fields of Smekelduke. And apparently, this one was good. But this one actually has the Smekelduke, I guess. Whatever they considered here. It's hilariously dumb looking. Just amazing. But I thought about putting that for the background. But you see so little of it, nobody would catch that it's kind of funny. So I was just like, oh, well. Oh, man. So glad everyone can see me here. Hello. Yeah, she's a nutcase. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. We're going to be going over it. I was kind of looking through this. She's really having it out with Jeremy Boring. I actually really don't care about that because Jeremy stepped away for a reason. All the internals came out a long time ago. Like, everybody, not really all the internals per se. Like, no hard proof was ever out there that, like, Jeremy Boring was, like, absolutely just blowing Daily Wire's money and not getting any returns. But a lot of insiders from Daily Wire at the time were coming out and saying this is exactly what happened, and nobody has refuted it. So it was pretty obvious, and this was way before Candace started blowing any whistles on him or anything like that. Also, I think I don't know. Was she still with Daily Wire when Jeremy Boring stepped down? Can't actually remember. Was she? Let me see. Was Candace Owens still with Daily Wire when Jeremy stepped down? Was she? I can't remember. Oh, I don't need expert. I just need a fast. I doubt it's going to get it wrong. It's too simple of a question. No, she wasn't. Okay. She parted 2024. Oh, that's right. It was Jeremy Boring that... Oh, wait. Was it Boring that actually... Am I thinking of the right guy? Is it Jeremy Boring I'm thinking of? Like, I don't know. I can't remember all these details. Jeez, it's so much to remember at this point in time. But at the end of the day, I think it was Jeremy Boring, right? I'm not thinking of somebody else. The CEO. It was like a lot of internals, like, or a lot of internal people. Insiders, not internal people. Just insiders in general. A lot of them were coming out, and mostly anonymously. Actually, I think all of them anonymously, but it doesn't matter. They never refuted it, and it's like, yeah, he probably, and this is the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that he was negligent per se, because people spend money and they don't get returns on things they expect to get returns on. It's not always like malicious or anything like that. I'm just saying he probably was investing too much into trying to compete with Hollywood, but they weren't getting into theaters like Hollywood. So I mean, what did you expect to have happen? You know what I mean? And especially after COVID, I understand that they had like their streaming service and all, but just a tough sell. It's a tough sell. It probably was never really meant to It was probably never going to be allowed to be successful. You know what I mean? You know, they probably couldn't get enough advertisers to pay for it. Stuff like that. He became more of the creative side of things. Well, yeah. You watched Tamara's video? It was very good. Okay. We'll definitely be watching. We'll watch it tomorrow. There's also that phone call. Yeah, we kind of went through this. I don't really care to go through this. I don't care about her and Jeremy Boring's feud. I really don't. It's kind of pointless because she's not accusing him per se of anything other than just being a bad boss and like being obsessed with the spotlight and being like wanting to be a star. And it's like, okay, I don't really care. People dream. A lot of people want to be a star. I don't necessarily think that's bad. I don't think that's inherently bad at all. You know what I mean? Like, worst case scenario, he's a bad guy. Like, he's not a great guy or something. It's like she's not accusing him of crimes. She's not accusing him of like, I don't know, abuse or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really care. Like, it's one of those trashy things where you take your feud with your boss out to public. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you know, people have crappy bosses. I've never blasted a boss on my channel, and I've had a lot of really, really bad bosses. I've had a lot of them. I've had some of the worst, especially over at the Hard Rock. I've had absolutely the worst bosses of my life. And later did I find out, because I was 19 and young when I worked there, later did I find out most of my bosses actually legit were on crack. Not even kidding. Ran into one of them working at an IHOP. Just like, wow, what happened to you? And it was like, oh, I've just been same old. And I'm like, oh, now that makes sense. Now I understand why I didn't like you back then. You know what I mean? And they're just not doing well. They were just a hostess, you know? And it was just like, wow. Okay. So you see what happens to people, you know? And you understand why they treated you like crap and why they weren't a good boss and just didn't ever have any answers for very obvious, like, easy to find solutions. Like, no answers whatsoever. Anytime you'd be like, hey, what's up with this? Can we get this to... why is this not working? Are you kidding me? The one thing that we absolutely have to use at all times of the day isn't working? What do we do about that? Well, we have to do something about it. And it's just like, okay. And then they're like, you go figure it out. And it's just like, oh, okay, I'll do the one thing that's your job. Yeah, I'll go do that too. You know, just things like that. That happens all of the time. Mariah says she's mad because her husband wanted to be CEO and buy TPUSA after Charlie's death, and Erika told him no. I'd believe that. I'd definitely believe that. You know, we'll have to see what comes out. I'm sure at some point we are gonna learn some sort of like insane, groundbreaking truth from one side or the other. The levees are gonna break. There's a lot of pressure behind, like, all of this. It's just, I don't know who's going to, I don't know when it's going to be delivered. I would bet it's going to be delivered by Erika herself. Something tells me Erika is going to drop some serious, well, I don't want to say evidence. She's gonna drop something, I'd imagine. I imagine at some point, just predicting. I don't think they're just gonna stay quiet the whole time. I don't think they'll let this go on for years. And I think Candace also is going to inevitably have to move on one way or the other. And once that happens, she's gonna see the catastrophic backlash of what happens when you don't provide any evidence for a year long, because this is going to go on for about at a bare minimum. I don't think Candace is going to stop anytime soon. That's just my opinion. I think we make it all the way to September before anything even remotely happens, at least. And it's going to be a whole year without any of us being any closer to solving who really ended Charlie Kirk. We won't be any closer at that perspective, and I think her fans are gonna think about that. They're gonna be like, "Wow, a whole year, and what do we actually know? Nothing. That's just what I imagine is going to take place. But we'll see what happens, right? Maybe I'm surprised. Maybe she'll get me. What is this? You said watch both sides vid on Candace. It's very eye-opening. The moment that after the trial they'll feel able to speak. She's going to suck this up as long as she can. I've known highly ambitious women like Candy, and they always end up divorced. Well, I don't think George has a pair to get out of that relationship. You know what I mean? I think he's how would I put this in a nice family-friendly way? He doesn't have the stones. That's how I'll put that. He doesn't have the stones whatsoever. Oh, there's a nice derp face. There we go. That's pretty good. I can't really zoom into it much. I'm going to have to refresh. Let's start over.
All right, you guys, look alive, look alive. Oh. It is Thursday. Only one more day until Shabbat. Thankfully, gratefully, hello, Blake.
Okay, well, she finally learned the meaning of Shabbat Shalom. There we go. Are you having storm watches and warnings tonight? If so, please. Good question. When we go into a full week straight of rain, I forget to keep checking, and you just never know which one of the days are actually going to just end up being severe. Let me take a look. I appreciate it. By the way, I think actually, yeah, wow, we do have a pretty good storm chance tomorrow. I'm supposed to fix. Oh no, that's gonna suck. I'm supposed to fix my smoker tomorrow, or try to fix it, and I'm also supposed to completely spray off and clean the back patio before my kid's birthday. Oopsie poopsie. Oh, that's a bummer. It's going to storm all day. Let's see here. Just hourly, 60, 40. Not until tomorrow. I don't think there's anything really severe coming up till tomorrow. No, tonight. No, it's, I don't know if it's going to be severe or not. They have a low chance on it. We'll see. But I appreciate you looking out for me.
Now, look.
Let's watch Candy here.
Erika's trending today over on X. There's a lot of backlash happening because she has offered an explanation as to why it is perfectly acceptable for her to be running this alleged billion-dollar empire while also being a mother and tending to...
Who's alleging? Okay.
To her children. And we should listen to that together because it is infuriating. I am infuriated.
Why are you so mad about that? She gave you an explanation going, look, I used to run a company. I've never, I had a turnkey company made and all that. I put a lot of hard work and stuff into it. I know how to run a business, and I want to honor Charlie's memory. That's what she said, and Candace said that's infuriating. Why would that be such a bad answer? I don't understand you.
By what she said. I'm going to be honest. Also, we have exclusive audio for you guys from another corporate call from Turning Point USA.
So bitter.
And it may give us an indication as to how she is managing to make it all work. And also, we're going to learn that they just opened another office in Las Vegas, which is just so fitting because, as I told you, Vegas is running Washington, D.C. Welcome back to Bride of Charlie.
I mean, she's provided no proof that Vegas would be running D.C. whatsoever. I don't know why she would say something so blatantly stupid without proof. But, yeah, well, no. I think we see why. I think that's a good, I think we see exactly why. There we go.
Was at a recent Turning
Point USA. Did I go too far forward? Okay, here we go.
Okay, so in a sentence, I would say Erika is trending for being Erika. Just for being chronically Erika. People are upset because at a recent Turning Point USA Club America appearance, she offered this sort of explanation as to why she has stepped into Charlie Kirk's role. And I'll give you the obvious point that she's going to make because God ordained it. Obviously, that's always the vibe. It's biblical. And she explains how the people that are judging her for no longer being a stay-at-home mom, which is what she was, don't actually realize that before she met Charlie, she was actually running her own business, and she managed to build that business.
Yeah, Cassie, you'll have to tell your mama. Don't worry, fill her in. She'll figure it out, That's crazy. She was always a leftist. Tell her about social autopsy. Yeah, just tell her first about social autopsy. That's the best way to snap people out of it.
Such a way that she was able to operate, or it was able to operate on its own. It was just functioning well on its own, a well-oiled machine, by the time she got married and had kids so she could safely step away. So let's just listen to Erika lie.
I get this question too.
I'm sure you got a proof.
Well, you were a stay-at-home mom and all this stuff, like that's what you should go back to doing or something like that. A lot of people don't realize that before I met Charlie, I had my own company, and I still do. And it was one of those things where I built it in a way where that when I got married and had children, it could run on its own. I didn't have to do day-to-day. I could check in, but I didn't have to do day-to-day. And that's the beautiful thing is, like, young women in here, if you do create a company or a business and you're an entrepreneur, build it in a way that it sustains itself so that when you do find your husband and you have children, family, that's your main focus. You can have your calling on the side of your company, but your main focus is your husband and your children. And there's something beautiful in that. Unfortunately, I did not see my life being like this. I didn't. So when people are like, oh, she's now this role, I'm honoring what the Lord has put in front of me, and I'm also honoring my husband's request. And now I have to be the sole provider for my children. And again, this is not a business card opportunity. There's something very biblical in a woman honoring her husband and stepping up and standing in. I have an amazing team. I do, and I could not do it without them. Again, my focus is on making sure my children are amazing, young, biblically aligned little humans. But again, you perspective, your life is so much greater than just this blip on a radar. And my focus is always making sure that everything that I'm doing is leading me closer to heaven, not further away from it.
It is starting to frustrate me.
Get to the point. If you have evidence she's lying, show it, Candace. Come on. This is ridiculous. The whole reason why I do this channel, too, the biggest motivation out of all of it, I have 2 young kids. And my wife works full-time as well. And this channel, doing what it's doing, growing, and what you guys are doing to help with this, makes it to where one day, I hope that I could pull my wife right out of that job and have her never have to step into another hospital again. That's the ultimate goal of this channel right there, is to make it to where my wife does not have to work at all. Be absolutely amazing, you know? And for some reason, Candace, who already has that lifestyle, who does not have to work whatsoever and is filthy stinking rich, has all the help she can give her children. All of it. Can't understand why Erika would want that same thing. Kind of weird. You know what I mean? That's just what it seems like to me. And then can't understand why, also, she would want to keep running this company in Charlie's name. On top of that. Just wild to me. Because now Erika gets to kind of have both the best of both worlds as well, still. Obviously, the company makes a lot of money. Obviously, Erika has a lot of wealth. Obviously, she has her kids in the best of hands. She gets to help work with this. And then she gets to come home, fulfill Charlie's legacy, and then fulfill their other legacy, which is their children. I mean, I don't see why that's such a bad thing in Candace's mind. But man, imagine. Candace, imagine this kind of situation happening to a degree, but to somebody who doesn't have money. It's just wild, but Candace can't put herself in the average man's shoes. I don't think she can. I don't think she's capable.
There's so much happening there, so many words. It's sounding like Lori Frantzfe's bio. None of it's making any sense. None of it can plausibly be true.
Candace, it made sense. You just can't read. You just can't read. That's sad. Literally, it is Lori Frantzfe's bio on her job description was literally cybersecurity and shielding for our power grid that is very vulnerable. I don't understand what was so hard about that.
For clarity, Erika is completely full of it. I mean, she is septic at this point. It is an absurd answer for so many reasons. So,
Candace, you're so
we'll start with
nasty.
number 1. She's lying. Okay, she's claiming that she ran a business before she met Charlie. That's her point. I was running this business, and then by the time I got married to Charlie in 2021, this business was sustainable.
That's not what she said, though. She said by the time she found her husband and had kids, that it would be sustainable. So, I don't understand. Are you saying it's not sustainable? She still has to do day-to-day?
She used her mom's favorite vocab word. Okay, so let's start with that. What business was Erika Kirk running before she met Charlie?
Bible
I can
365.
assist. I was there for this. Okay.
Oh, God.
The business that she is referring to is
And her
a clothing company.
There's 2. There's 2, Candace. There's 2. She's not referring to one. There's 2 of them. There's Bible 365 and the clothing company. So you're too stupid to understand that, aren't you? You're not going to say the second one. I'm willing to bet right now. I will apologize for sure if you do say the other one. But I'm willing to bet she's just going to say the clothing company, right?
That prints Bible verses onto t-shirts, effectively. Just Bible verses onto t-shirts. I remember this vividly. Charlie, she does streetwear. She makes t-shirts, kind of said like he didn't really care what she did because he was looking for a biblical wife, right? Like, I'm going to take care of her. It sounded more like a hobby when Charlie explained it to me, but I also spoke to her and met with her and was aware that she was working on this fashion business, making streetwear.
It's a lot more than just simply putting Bible verses on. That's for sure. Let's take a look. Look at this. Like, look at this shirt. Now this one kind of is. It's kind of normal. This is pretty well printed. I haven't seen this shirt out in public. This shirt has some pretty, good artwork on it. So commissioned artwork for sure. Commissioned artwork on the back of the shirt with, these are some good clothing lines, actually. This is really cool clothing line. Lion up there, It's actual artwork. Yeah, actual cool artwork all over this. I like this. I don't know if this one's commissioned, though. That looks like it would be a famous painting or something. Embroidered, the commission. I mean, it's not just... It's actually pretty cool. Looks like really good clothing. Wow. They're pretty expensive clothings, too. Yeah. There's Charlie and her. I like how Charlie's not even smiling. He's like, whatever, clothing line. Just such an obvious dude thing. That's funny. Yeah. Nice jacket. Embroidered lion. Like, this is really cool. Proclaim. Yeah, it's definitely not just Bible verses. So the fact that you're underselling it so much, you're like, oh, I was there for this. Yeah, I don't think you knew the ins and outs very well. Now, what is Erika, let's see. Erika Kirk 365 app. What is this? Is a mobile application designed to help users read the entire Bible in 1 year. Yeah, we've went over this on the channel. Okay, so Candace has brought it up because that's the whole, that's why she went in with her friend and read the Bible cover to cover, and then her and her friend went in together and they made the Bible 365 app. That's the app she's talking about. That's the thing that's making her money, Candace. I don't know if you know this.
Inventive here in New York City, where on every corner someone is hawking t-shirts. But what I find to be interesting now in retrospect is that actually that streetwear company, so she goes on her first official date with Charlie in September of 2018. She actually picked up the domain name to that streetwear company, which is proclaimstreetwear.com, the month after, on October 26th, 2018. So just, by the way, to be clear, this was a very big week for Erika.
There we go.
She picks up this domain name, Proclaim Streetwear, and it's just 2 days after she received her real estate license in New York. All of this happening a few weeks after she meets Charlie. So when Erika meets Charlie, just to paint this picture for you, we're supposed to believe that she's pursuing her master's degree at Liberty University. She is birthing a startup fashion company that she is somehow going to have up and running on its own within 2 years.
I have a question, Candace. So if that's the case, how did it happen then? The company exists. It's real. She was doing it at the time. She ended up doing all of these things at the same time, right? Like, what are you trying to say? Someone just gave her a company and someone just gave her her real estate license and someone just gave her her master's degree and she didn't work for any of this at all? Because she has all those, right? You're not disputing at all that she has these qualifications, these degrees, and the businesses. So, I don't understand. You're like, there's no way she could have done all this, but she does have all of it. How do you explain it then? How did she get all of it? Was it just given to her? And by who?
She's also working in real estate for the Corcoran Real Estate Group, plus going on an interview with Turning Point USA for some job. We're not exactly clear on what that job is. And that's in addition to...
Well, you might not have been clear, but I know somebody who was very, very much understanding and very clear as to what job it would be. And that would have been Charlie. Are you, like, why would he even suggest that Charlie didn't understand what she was interviewing for when he was the interviewer? Like, do you think Charlie didn't understand what job he was hiring her for? Because that's a really just profoundly stupid claim. I don't understand any of Candace's, like, nonsense here. Do you guys, like, did any of you, am I going crazy? Am I being too harsh here? I'm really curious because it's like Charlie absolutely would have known, right? So what is she talking about? Why is she acting like that would be some sort of like weird conspiracy? Charlie was interviewing Erika for, he didn't know why? He had no clue why he was interviewing Erika for a job. I mean, this is unbelievable.
To getting ready to film for a reality TV show the following month, Summer House. Okay. Like I said, I'm born yesterday. I'll take it. I'm born Wednesday. That's totally fine. She's just amazing. She's like giving Mikey McCoy right now.
Okay, but you don't have an explanation, Candace. That's the problem. You're like, there's no way she could have done this, yet she has all of it. So how did she get it then, Candace? Like, what? Are you going to say the military-industrial complex or Egypt or Israel just flew in all these credentials for her? Like, what are we talking about? Did it come in with the flight logs that you never posted? Is that how they did it? They dropped her in like a stork with just full graduates and all these degrees and all these nice clothing packages and just everything she ever needed? Like, what do you... I don't understand what angle you're coming from, Candace. Like, when you're acting like it's weird, but you have no explanation for any of this whatsoever. Like, this is so strange to me.
Somehow is able to wear every single hat. Now, I want you to understand that this was not actually an up and running business at all. She got the domain name a few weeks after, but the domain was not active, despite the fact that she had it. In October, Proclaim did not actually file to become a business until January of 2019, after she began dating Charlie. That's when she formed the official LLC paperwork. So you're not a business until you have that, okay? And again, this is a clothing company, fashion being an incredibly difficult industry to break into without contacts. But according to Erika, she is going to turn this idea into a self-sustaining business. And she's going to do this somehow all while all of 2019 touring with Charlie, nonstop traveling, becoming a fellow for the Falkirk Center, speaking.
But she did. The Bible 365 app is running. And we know she was working on that since she read the Bible cover to cover with her friend. That was before she got with Charlie. And then her clothing line is self-sustaining. So I don't understand your problem. You're like, it's not possible. Well, something happened. It's clearly there. How do you think it happened, Candace? I want to know.
For various faith ministries and pursuing her doctorate.
Please tell us.
She's got it. This is a boss babe, okay?
We get
now,
it.
we decided to go check because it's like, okay, you make clothing. If you're going to tell us that this is going to somehow you started in 2019 and by 2021, when you get married, it's running on its own. Surely I must be able to instantly buy these clothes. No, actually, it wasn't until January 16th, 2021. That's the earliest indication on way back.
Okay, then she's only talking about the Bible 365 app.
Machine that clothing items were actually available for sale on the website. You can go back and do this yourself. Wayback Machine, you will see that. We're going to check this out right now. So I want you to just imagine how this became a profitable business because it's interesting. Okay, so it says for her and it's ethically sourced and you got it, sustainably made.
What is
Lori wrote it. I know Lori wrote it. It's sustainable.
I don't know why it would not let me pull this up. I can't believe this, guys, but I mean, just take a look at this. This is so stupid. Look at this. Candace Owens is a complete and total moron. Erika Kirk launched the Bible 360 initiative in 2016 from her New York City apartment, initially as a small group Bible study, before growing into a wider app-supported one-year reading movement. The program subsequently partnered with her brand, Proclaim Streetwear, to offer comprehensive daily scripture reading plan. So, I mean, it's just, when did the Bible app release? 2008. Oh, this is the Bible app. Yeah, 2016. So, why didn't this answer properly? Let's go to Grok. Let's just double check and make sure. When did Erika Kirk release the Bible 365 app? Let's see. She founded in 2016, initially started a small group Bible reading thing, all this. Okay. The dedicated mobile app itself appears to have been released in 2021 or earlier based on its App Store ID. And for example, history visible in listings, versions dating back with bug fixes noted as far as 2023. Okay, maybe not before that, but it was before she had kids. Her first kid was in 2022. You know how I know? Her oldest kid is as old as my youngest kid. They're the same age. So, there we go. It's unbelievable, right? Like, she launched it in 2021 at least, or earlier. So, it's before she had kids. She had a complete and total turnkey business. What is the problem, Candace? I don't understand. Are you unable to understand that she has an app that is turnkey? It's a Bible verse app with ads. Like, how much money a year does the app generate in revenue? I wonder if we can find out. I wonder if it has, like, any rough numbers anywhere. Let's see. Let's see. The app is free to download. There's no publicly available information on the exact revenue. Okay. Let's see. Are there ads in the app? No, there's no ads. Okay. How does it generate money? Let's see. I wonder if it does. Is it all is it just completely, totally free then? Does she not generate? Do not generate direct revenue themselves. The app is free and download is used with no ads and purchases, subscriptions, paid premium, all this. Okay. Instead, the initiative is supported directly through Erika Kirk's affiliated Proclaim clothing brand. Okay, so what she ends up doing, I understand now. So since it's tied to her clothing brand completely and totally, what it is she advertises her own clothing throughout the app, I bet. So she advertises her own clothing brand inside the app. Let's just see what Grok says about that. I should download it. Yes, there are indications that the Bible 365 app integrates or promotes the Proclaim clothing brand. Okay, so that's how she makes her money. That's actually brilliant. She never has to have crazy pop-up ads. And it constantly advertises like her own clothing line in it. So it's not like some annoying possible app. It's something that she can control 100%. So you can't be in the middle of something and an annoying ad pops up and blocks your like thing. At least I would hope. I'll check it out. I'll definitely I'll download it while we're listening to this part here.
Don't ask any questions. We already said it's ethically made and it's sustainably made in the USA. So no further questions here. Okay, how many items are available? This is in 2021, so she's only got 5 months to make this a banger. Oh, new drop sold out. We got a fleece jogger. We got a fleece sweatshirt. Okay. 5 items that were available. The classic tee, and I just know everybody in 2021 was wearing this classic tee. So clearly this business was completely running on its own for these 5 months that this website was running before she will marry Charlie in May. That's what happened. She married Charlie in May.
Cool. So it was indeed running and functioning before. Thank you for admitting that, Candace. Now, I don't understand your problem. You said that what didn't happen, and then you just literally said this stupid line right here. Let's go back over it.
I just know everybody in 2021 was wearing this classic tee. So clearly this business was completely running on its own for these 5 months that this website was running before she will marry Charlie in May. That's what happened. She married Charlie in May. Later that year in September, in September 20th, to be particular, on September 20th, she's going to release an associated app called Bible 365. But again, that's all irrelevant because that's after she married Charlie. And she says that before she married Charlie, she had a business running. It was a machine.
She didn't say before meeting Charlie. She said, before you go and get a husband and your kids, have a self-sustaining business. That's what she did. And she did definitely do this before having kids. And she was mainly talking about being a stay-at-home mom and being a sole provider. In that context, don't you think it matters? And here's the thing. There's plenty of things that sell out all the time. Like, you know, this stuff here sold out. There's a lot of things sold out. These shirts sold out. You can go into the shop on this app. Like, it's great. Sold out hats. Yeah, it sounds to me like nobody's buying this stuff, Candace. Absolutely no one. A lot of stuff is sold out. There's a couple things. Bible in 365, A New Beginning. So that's $5. Lots of sold out stuff. Ooh, they got restocked, though, in sticker packs. All freshly restocked. They can't keep things in stock. At all. Wow. I wonder what's not sold out. And obviously, Charlie Kirk is in all these, so I imagine he actually probably advertised this a lot too. So it definitely would have done good very much before they got together. Or not before they got together, before they had kids. I don't know. It's just really strange, right? It's really, really stupid that Candace Owens is this, like, worried about this at all. She absolutely had a turnkey app and operation and business before she had kids with Charlie. There's no disputing that.
So my question is, how did she do it? How did a clothing company, which didn't even have an operable website, become so successful so quickly? And the answer, so successful that she was able to consciously step away, as she indicates, and become a wife and a mother just 4 months after selling clothing. And the obvious answer is it didn't happen. It didn't. This did not happen, and I cannot stand any longer how everything that comes out of her mouth is so easily verified.
You're right, Candace. You're right. Her stuff just selling down and or selling out and all that. Like, this is ridiculous. I wonder. Let's see here. I'll ask. Why am I asking here? Let's just ask Rock right now. Let's let her talk more, I guess.
Verifiably untrue. It's driving me insane. We just cannot go on like this as a society. You can't just say stuff. That's one of my rules in life. You can't just say stuff. You can't just say words and just keep saying words and then just expect everybody to accept those words. You can't just have a Lori bio in life. Okay? I want you guys to think about that as you go through your days, as you go through the weekend. You can't live your life like a Lori Francefe bio. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work for me in particular. And by the way, I just wanted to say off top that, like, fact check untrue. That's before we even actually officially dive into the substance of the claim that she's making to this audience, right? Okay. Oh, how are you doing this? Well, of course, because God so willed it. She must continue Charlie's company. This is biblical. She's honoring her husband. It's biblical. Don't ask further questions. Erika is being a fantastic wife by her kids not only have one parent, by dividing her time to be a CEO and a chairman. It's not what she wanted. It's the hand that she was dealt.
I mean, she didn't, you didn't see her pull the trigger, did you, Candace? This is ridiculous, isn't it? Like, anybody following along with this really, like, this is unbelievable. She's just like, oh, well, character, she didn't, this is the hand she was dealt. She just didn't want this at all. It's like, you really do believe that she put a bullet in her husband. Like, she's really just going that far. Like, it had to have been Erika that orchestrated everything. Everything. She's so convinced. She is so convinced of it. But she hasn't shown anything or any reason why she would be doing it, what the motivation was, who she's working for, who actually pulled the trigger. It's wild, right? Like, this is stuff that I would have at least waited for evidence to come out before I would say this out loud. Like, is it possible Erika Kirk did her husband in? Yeah, it's always possible. Is it possible Candace could be telling the truth about everything? It's always possible. But why would you say it out loud before you actually, like, have anything to reveal to the public? That's just something I would never do, you know what I mean? That's never something that would, like, even cross my mind to do. It's very weird, and I can prove that because I actually ran or I actually have, it's called A Dark Path, a crime channel, true crime channel. I did, like, 11 videos, and never once did I ever, like, sit there and say, well, I believe this is what happened, you know, and then just not provide any evidence whatsoever. It's very, very bizarre.
That's very relatable, right? She's now, as she says, and this is what really frustrates me.
Okay, here we go. See, look at this. Erika Kirk's clothing line store, Proclaim Sweater, appears to have been completely sold out for several months based on public reports. So only months, multiple sources from late 2025 to early 2026. So regularly, she had been selling clothing up until that point. And I'm guessing it took a back seat because that's whenever she took the role took her role as the CEO of TPUSA. Knowing that fact, it tracks that she was actually legitimately selling clothing often. How often would she sell out of clothing? did it appear to be successful?
Herself the sole provider. Okay. It frustrates me because what it truly does is it discounts who Charlie was, how genius he was.
Here we go. We could just find it here. If frequent sellouts. Frequent sellouts. Did it appear successful? Yes, especially in terms of visibility, demand, and cultural impact within its niche. Christian conservative faith-based streetwear. The brand gained massive attention. Hundreds of thousands of followers mention it in reviews. Rapid sellouts framed positively by supporters as testament to community love and legacy support. It ties into ministry, Bible 365. Like, this is crazy, right? Like, where's she getting the information that this company was not successful? Look at how mean and bitter. Like, there's a reason why when I pause her show, she always has some sort of really hateful face or something disgusting looking on her face. And it's just she's filled with that rage. She's so ready to just say that Erika Kirk is a failure. She can't stand it. But if I just go and type things into Grok, it's pretty easy to see. It's like, yeah, they have frequent sellouts, actually. It was decently successful. Like, I don't understand your problem, Candace. I wonder how many times Charlie Kirk actually advertised it, too. Because then it would have had to have been successful. You think Charlie Kirk fans wouldn't have seen that and wouldn't have been buying his wife's merchandise? It's wild.
How financially savvy he was. Like, she's trying to relate, like she's just like a single mom and working a 9 to 5, working at a restaurant, trying to make ends meet for her children, and the father's gone. No, she's not implying in any way here or being clear.
She never said making ends meet. That's not what she said.
Here that Charlie had a life insurance policy, both at home, at work, which she would have benefited tremendously from. In fact,
yes, that's most rich people have life insurance.
Some people have done work. And I believe just at the life insurance policy that Turning Point had for Charlie in the event of his passing,
Wait, really?
Erika was set to receive $10 million from his work policy. So this is an insult to Charlie because it implies he had nothing, it did not have their affairs in order at all. Like, he just had kids and was just like, oh, well, if anything happens to me, I hope my wife is able to assume my role. No.
Sounds like he was pretty freaking prepared, Candace. What are you talking about? He had a contingency plan. He had bukus of cash. I'd say that's pretty prepared. I don't know about you guys. Does that sound like he was super duper totally unprepared? Because obviously, here's the thing, right? Here's the funny thing about it. Candace for so long now has simply said that Charlie had been telling everybody that somebody's going to try and kill him. Constantly, Candace Owens has said that. But for some reason, Charlie would not have actually been prepared for that to happen and would not be putting forth contingency plans, even though he's telling everybody that people are trying to kill him. And if he thought Israel was actually coming after him, right? Israel. You know, an actual military operation to come for him. Do you think Charlie thought his security team would beat that? I could tell you this. There ain't a security team on the planet that is going to protect you from a military sniper. It's not going to happen. If they really, really wanted it to happen, if they really wanted to take out Charlie, by any means necessary, and he thought for a second that the military could be coming after him from Israel, would he really believe that his security team would even stand a chance? Probably not. I would imagine that just based on your own principles there, Candace, of sitting there saying that he knew they were coming after him, then he probably would have made a will. He probably would have made a contingency plan. He probably would have told Erika, hey, things are heating up out there. Somebody's coming after me. I want you to take over as CEO if something happens. No, I'm sure he just thought somebody was coming after him and just decided, nope, I'm going to ignore all this.
Charlie always had his financial house in order. Investments, whether he was investing in real estate, he had trusts for their children, a life insurance policy would have been a no-brainer for him. And like I said, she benefited to the tune of millions. She also wants to...
So for sure he took out life insurance because he knew he was probably going to end up, getting taken out. Because God knows he even thought that in your dreams and stuff like that too. You're like, he somehow always knew that he would do something important, and then he predicted his own death and stuff like that. But God knows he never would have taken out, like, any contingency plans on what would have happened after his death. He just always knew that he was going to die young. But God knows he never would have actually prepared for it. That makes so much sense. I would not prepare for my own death if I thought I was going to, you know, die old. You know what I mean? I wouldn't prepare. What would be the point? If he thought he was going to die young, why would he not do this, Candace? You are making Charlie Kirk out to sound like an idiot. That's what you're doing.
To forget that, parking aside, Charlie, let's actually pretend that Charlie was financially irresponsible and just, you know, was able to run this massive business, but somehow never thought about his kids or his legacy. She wants us to then forget that millions were raised just for her and the kids by complete strangers online that were just starting GoFundMe.
We understand. So maybe this is more than money, Candace. Maybe this is literally, as she said in the clip, you know, fulfilling her husband's legacy.
Me and maybe $1 million here, $1 million there. She's also trying to pretend that she's not a multimillionaire who did an alleged $1 billion deal with a man.
She never said that. She never implied that.
Man named Pierre. No, she wants you.
Oh, tell me about Pierre. What are you talking about? Prove that. You keep saying that she did a deal with Pierre after Charlie ended up passing. I want proof.
To believe that she is just like you. Only worse off because she's a single mom trying to survive for the sake of her kids.
She is not. Candace, for the love of God, you're the one who keeps bringing it up, and finally she had to defend herself, and you're like, she's just trying to make herself look like a normal person. And it's like, she probably wouldn't have said a damn thing if it wasn't for you. What are you talking about? She's not coming out trying to seem like a normal, average, everyday Joe. You are telling her, come out and speak. And the moment she opens her mouth, you're like, see, she sucks. It's like, okay, well, she wouldn't have come out and spoke at all. Should have been like, fine, I suck. Just leave me alone. And you're just like, nope, you got to keep coming out and speaking, though. You suck at speaking. Please keep coming out and speaking. That's what Candace is doing right now. It's like, Erika Kirk, if she stays silent, she can't win. If she opens her mouth, every single word has to be a lie. And I haven't heard a lie yet because you left out the whole Bible 365 app. And you did that because you didn't want it to be true. And you sat there and said her company wasn't successful only because you don't want it to be successful. But the fact of the matter is it appears absolutely to be successful. It appears there's a lot of reviews. In fact, I'm going to go over some reviews. How about that?
With a private jet and drivers. This girl doesn't even touch her own door handles, just to be clear. She's constantly got, also a fleet of security. But she's just like you.
Okay.
You know, this is the hand I was dealt. I'm the only provider. So I got to get on my private plane and speak. And like I said, what about people that actually knew her that raised millions for her and the kids? Forget the complete strangers, but also people who just knew her and did it publicly, like Tucker Carlson. Do you guys remember that? He alone, his Alp company, raised $5.4 million for her. Okay, this is still up. He set out.
Okay, that's still up. She doesn't have any of it, does she? Is she going to put food on her kids' plates with money that's not even been released to her at all? That's a really dumb comparison. Maybe she should just wait. You're right. She shouldn't have just at all stepped into the job whatsoever. She shouldn't honor her husband the way she said that she was trying to honor him. You're right.
To raise 6, they raised 5.4 million. I actually think it was less. Then he just kept he kept blowing through it, so they kept raising it and raising it and raising it. $5.4 million, very clearly to help provide for Kirk family's future. It was for Erika and it was for the kids. And Give, Send, Go is not GoFundMe. They don't take a huge percentage. They don't take a percentage at all. That is what Tucker Carlson was able to provide, just Tucker Carlson.
Look at this. Such a disappointment. TMI, all the same time, and no starting point or guidance. I've spent my trial week finding out how to cancel. This place, the place to click to cancel is grayed out and doesn't work. Plus, surprise, free app is really $69.95 a year after a 7-day trial period, which you can't cancel. Run, do not walk to the nearest exit. Oh my gosh, okay. I clicked on the wrong one. I was like, these people are crazy. I was like, this app is not at all. Like, it doesn't charge you. Okay, now I'm on the right app. Let's see. I'm going to look at all the negative comments. I don't know if I can go to the app page on this on here. I may have to turn my phone around. Most recent. Yeah, let's do most recent. Oh, actually, most recent's a bunch of new. Okay, app does not work. Freezes after loading the initial screen. It works just fine. I want this to work, but it will not load past the opening page where it says "Make Heaven Crowded." App does not verify my email. So the app doesn't even work. Cool. What's wrong with these people? That's weird. Does this app look like it doesn't work? Match reading log? Oh, it gives you a reading log. Wow, look at that. Gives you a Bible reading log thing. That's super cool. I don't know. It works just fine for me. Don't have any issues whatsoever. 60, the heart, and okay. So all these different things. I don't know. Seems like it works. I think a lot of people are coming in here and negatively downvoting her app. Oh my gosh, I just realized her face. Hey, Bree, thank you so much for being here. Good night. You all have a good night there. Thank you so much. Why doesn't she have her mom and dad, siblings on her show, or her kids? Well, that's a good question. You know? She is worse than Jerry Springer. She makes him look like someone with loads of integrity. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? Why didn't she have a problem with Erika Kirk before? Exactly. Yeah, she never had a problem with Erika Kirk at all whatsoever. Period. I mean, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? No issues whatsoever with Erika. Until after Charlie passed. Actually, not even until after Charlie passed. She actually, remember, we do have this. We have this little short that I like to bring up to people often. Nope. Shorts. What's the one with her? Is it this one?
So, gosh.
Nope. I think it is this one, right? Hey, everybody else. Nope, not that one. This one. Yeah.
The first thing that I think I should make abundantly clear is I am relieved that Erika Kirk is at the head of Turning Point USA. If you built the company and you're...
So, yeah. That's how she started off. She was relieved that Erika Kirk was CEO. She had no problems until recently, and she can't even explain why. She's just like, I always knew. Just doesn't make sense, you know? She's going to end up in a mental institution? We can only hope so. I fear for what I fear for what Candace will turn into if she does not. I think she's just a monster at this point.
So what is she doing actually? Why is she just saying words? She's saying words.
What does that even mean? She's just saying words. What does that even mean?
Because she lies. She lies all the time. And we're supposed to just take it. We're supposed to just be like, yes, she's just trying.
Why haven't you shown any metrics that her company did bad?
To deal with this. She doesn't even, it's so hard. She had to find a job and it happened to be her husband's. Okay? I fully agree that this
sorry, your first person, you're coming
this
live.
Human wanted power and she seized it. That's why
thank you. Thank you for being here.
Flinch. She didn't even wait a week before she was in that office.
You didn't even wait a week to start accusing people in TPUSA of ending Charlie. What are you talking about? You waited 4 days. 4 days before you literally accused TPUSA of ending Charlie. And you know what's funny? Erika Kirk wasn't even part of TPUSA at that time. And then once Erika Kirk became a part of it, then you started accusing her. Weird how that works. Weird how the goalpost always moves. But, I don't know. It's just strange. But yeah, thank you so much, Birdie, for that. But yeah, let's see. No, Candace, you are the liar. Yeah, exactly. She says Erika lies, but refuses to admit she lies. Yeah, absolutely she does. Candace is just absolutely 100% liar. I've caught Candace in so many lies. Outside of all of this, do you know how many lies I've caught Candace in? I caught Candace Owens lying to lying about Steven Crowder's contract with Daily Wire. She lied every bit about doxing people with her social autopsy website. She lied about, her contracts that she violated with Daily Wire and PragerU and TPUSA. There's so many things that Candace Owens has lied about. She lied about how she met Kanye West. She met Kanye West on Dave Rubin's initial interview with her in 2017, September of 2017 specifically. She met him through Dave Rubin And then 6 months later, she said, oh, well, Charlie and I manifested that tweet from Kanye West. And it's like, well, that's weird because you knew Kanye West for 6 months at that point. Just strange.
Doing sit-down interviews at her home with the New York Times. She didn't even wait a week to pretend that she was grieving. She was back in the office.
Wow. You are absolutely a bitter, jealous, awful person, Candace. Like, that's so crazy. She didn't even wait a week to pretend to grieve him. Like, at this point in time, after a week, you were praising Erika Kirk for stepping into the role of CEO. Now you're saying within the first week, she was pretending. Isn't that just wild? Crazy how your entire perspective just flipped. You only didn't do it because at the time it wasn't popular. At the time, it was not popular to criticize Erika Kirk. So you didn't do it. Now that it's popular to criticize Erika Kirk, you're doing it.
She cannot honestly state, and by the way, this is just a matter of common sense, Erika cannot honestly state that her focus is both on her children and on the company. Because
my wife does just fine. How dare you? My wife actually works a full-time job too, and I work a full-time job. And we do full-time focus on our kids. What is wrong with you? We keep our kids out of daycare. We work opposite shifts, so we can do that. It is possible to work a full-time job and focus full-time on your kids. And Erika Kirk very well may have found a way. She may only work at night. She may go in the mornings for a little bit. She may then hop off. And then she ends up going right back to work after the kids are in bed. You are so full of crap, Candace. It's insane. Oh, you got to go. We'll see you later, CA. CA Flash, Lafaihi? Lafaihi. Thank you for coming here, by the way. Yeah, this woman, she stinks. Liberty Bell, thank you so much. God bless you. Candace is a demon. Well, God bless you too. And yeah, I'm really believing it at this point. Candace is awful.
it's not possible. It's just not possible in a one-parent home. It isn't. Even if she had a job that was part-time in a one-parent home, she would be being...
Oh my God. How? How can you say that with a straight face? If she's working part-time and then full-time with her kids, you know what full-time is like. That's like 40 hours a week, Candace. You don't think it would be possible to work a part-time job and fulfill that 40 hours a week with your kids? For real? That is so brain-dead stupid. I work 40 hours a week. I stay at home with my kids full-time. I watch my kids by myself for a combined total of 40 hours a week. My wife does the same thing. This is unbelievably stupid, Candace. Grow up. Actually learn how to take care of your own kids. You have nannies and stuff for your children. Ridiculous.
being crushed by her schedule. Okay, that's the whole thing.
She knows
you're designed
nothing
to
about
have
raising
two parents
kids.
in the home, and now she has to step up to the plate, pretending she has to step up to the plate, and she's going to take on not a regular company, but an empire. She's just going to take on Turning Point USA.
Yeah, she's just doing it all by herself, Candace. It's just nobody else is there. It's Erika Kirk, and she does all the work. You're right, Candace. You are so smart.
And she wants us to believe that she's both putting her children first and putting the company first. Now, I assume that Erika knows that I get leaked everything. By now, they clearly know that. And, there was a ton of tremendous...
Yeah, we know it's everything. You went deep into her childhood and have not revealed a thing other than her childhood and private photos.
Public backlash when I had released the 2 Zoom calls.
My
Particularly
God.
People were sort of unnerved by... I don't know if she mentioned her kids at all, but how little she mentioned Charlie. Rather, she was giddy talking about merch and talking about hats. And this was 11 days after Charlie had been assassinated. The first one was 6 days after she had been assassinated. And so this time, now in February, which is when this call is dated, February 11th, she made a point to immediately mention her kids. And this is their kind of...
Yeah, I would probably mention my kids too, because that's the most sad part about the whole entire thing. It's one thing when a spouse loses a spouse, right? It's another thing to come to the realization that your own kids, who you don't ever want to see sad, ever, lost their parent. And you always have to tell them they're always going to cry to you every single night that they want their parent. Every night, they're always going to cry to you about it. Every single night. When's, daddy coming home? Am I ever going to see him again? And they're going to ask, and they're going to ask, and they're going to ask. And do you know how I know this? Because we had a dog, a boxer, who unfortunately got pancreatitis and passed away. And both of my girls ask about that dog every single day. Every day. He comes up one way or the other. My kids literally think he's in heaven with Jesus. We tell them that. It makes them very happy. But they get sad a lot too. That is the unfortunate reality of what happens. Now imagine their parent. Little different, little heavier. So yeah, I imagine she's going to mention that part of it. Because that is a way heavier part than just genuinely losing your own spouse. Losing your own spouse is incredibly, incredibly sad. Knowing that your kids lost their mother, though, or their father, is so much worse, in my opinion. That thought in itself, it's like they can't even begin to understand. At least I'm an adult, and I have a rational understanding of what happened. How do you explain that to your kids? How do you tell them that a man put lead right in your father's throat? You can't. That's not something you can just do. So what, do you not have any shame, Candace? Do you have no idea how to relate to that whatsoever?
Recapping how great the Super Bowl was,
Probably
not
doesn't have
acknowledging that they
kids.
purchased all of these views, but we competed with Bad Bunny, and I'm gonna bring Erika on, because it's gonna start with Tyler Boyer, and I've got rid of everything else with him. It's just, Tyler and Erika are thick as thieves.
No proof, by the way.
And so you're going to hear him. You're going to hear him explain that they're opening a new office, of course, in Las Vegas, before he hands over the call to...
Yeah, I would be a wreck if I lost my wife. But then on top of that, the kid issue still weighs way more. It's just so unbelievably sad to think about that. You know what I mean? It's like they are innocent minds. They have... You can't... How do you corrupt that? By telling them... And every day, you got to try and explain that they're not coming back. It's just like, that's brutal. That's so brutal.
Erika, who is then going to edit herself to really make it about the children. Take a listen.
Last thing I'll say is this: at Turning Point Action, we have a ton of
Erika's
jobs
voice
posting
dropped.
in Arizona, Nevada, and New Hampshire. Those 3 states are so critical for our success. We actually just locked down. Jonah just got back from there. Got the keys to a new building that we have in Las Vegas, which is really exciting. So it's about similar size than this. And so the footprint is growing. Things are moving. Things are happening. But we're going to need 1,000 more people in this room this time next year to win across the country and set ourselves up for the future. So get excited about that. And without further ado, go ahead and hand off the microphone here to the wonderful Erika Kirk.
Why did we listen to that entire beginning? Oh, God, she just wastes time.
Hi, everyone. I know it's not usually normal to have everyone brought together, but I wanted to do that for a multitude of reasons. One being, I want to say something very personal and say thank you to each and every one of you. I bring my babies to the office 9 times out of 10. And a lot of you have interacted with them, and it's very sweet to me, and it's very precious to them, because then they know you guys by name, and they'll come to me and they'll say, did you know that so-and-so gave me a stuffy or something like that? Thank you. My kids are my world, and I love bringing them here because they get to see what...
Well, now she just answered, I cannot believe Candace Owens is this stupid. Now we know how she has her kids with her and works at the same time. Anybody else catch that? I thought it was impossible. What just happened? How did Candace Owens debunk herself in her own video seconds after she made the claim that it's literally impossible to do this? And I mean actual seconds, because we're actually only 18 minutes in. I'm going to have to speed this up. I'm sorry, guys. I've been dragging a lot. When I get tired, I start mending my brain not mending. I just start, like, melding my brain to one subject at a time, and I can't seem to get off it quick enough like I can normally whenever I get a full night's of sleep. I don't know. I'm tired. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning, so, there's that. And I normally go to bed at midnight, but I do this to myself a lot. I do not know why. I am just a night owl. I am just a hardcore night owl. It's just been like that for 20 years for me. But anyway, all that aside, she just debunked herself. This is unbelievable. This will make for a great video tomorrow, honestly. That is so profoundly stupid, Candace. You didn't even think twice when you played this clip. Did you realize? I want to see her face whenever she says she brings her kids with her.
And they'll come to me, and they'll
Let's see.
9 times out of 10. And a lot of you do
Yeah,
that,
actually, she does.
for
Watch.
multitude of
Watch her eyes.
reasons. One being, I want to say something very personal and say
Watch her eyes
thank you to
here.
each and every one of you. I bring my babies to the office 9 times out of 10, and
Looking down, moving her eyes. And I think she realized right there she had just screwed up.
a lot of you
But
have
I don't know.
interacted with them, and it's very sweet to me, and it's very precious to them, because then they know you guys by name, and they'll come to me and they'll say, did you know that so-and-so gave me a stuffy or something like that? Thank you. My kids are my world, and I love bringing them here because they get to see what their father built and what you guys all continue building. So that personally means a lot to me. I just want to say thank you for that. Also, I'm going to be doing something
Good night, Liberty Bell. Thank you for being here.
kind of like a lunch with your department style thing, because it is on my heart so badly. I would love to sit down with each and every one of you individually. I want to know your name, your face, like be able to pray for you guys and really just know you. And so since I can't do individually just yet, because that would be a long day and time and month and year to do that, I'm going to be conjoining it through departments so we can make them very small and intimate, maybe 3 people at a time, and have lunch with you guys just to hear your heart and hear your stories about Charlie. To be honest with you, that would be amazing, and your memories with him. So that was one thing on my heart, why I wanted to also just bring you guys all together.
Okay, so the people watching your kids, you should already know your names.
They're not. Look at her. Look at this. This is exactly how the Grinch stole Christmas right here. Holy crap. She could actually do the face. I can't do that. I wish I could. If I could do the Jim Carrey face on that. She's just looking down and we must stop Christmas. But anyway, all of that said, she's literally saying the people who watch your kids. Nobody said that they watch the kids. She says that the kids come around, they interact with the kids. Interacting with the kids is not watching the kids. Erika brings the kids with her to work. She doesn't just drop... What does she do? Just drop them off desk to desk? What are you talking about? She never said that anybody was watching her kids there. That's what happened. She's doing damage control right now. That's what she was thinking in her head when her eyes darted down. Was, I have to get damage control on this. Well, the people who watch your kids, you should know their names. That is unbelievable, Candace. You are as evil as they come at this point. This is so obvious, you know? Bravo for you and your wife to work without no daycare. Big sacrifice, but worth it. Man, thank you so much. I gotta say, though, I probably would have put my kids in daycare had I not actually went to daycare when I was growing up. Because holy crap, did I ever learn how awful daycare was. The daycare I went to, the first daycare I went to was incredible. Incredible. The way it was structured. I'll tell you the name of this one because it's not even around anymore. And also, I don't want to name the bad daycare at this point in time. I just don't want any trouble. You know what I mean? Because it was bad. But I may name drop them one day. But this daycare was called Blue Star Kitty Ranch. Way back in the day, I used to go there. It's no longer around. And the owner was so cool, too. He was awesome. I ended up I didn't get it, but I ended up working at that place, at that location a couple of times because my best friend landed the contract there to essentially service them. So it was awesome. I'll tell you, like I said, one of these days I'll tell you about that job. It's really not that crazy of a job, to be honest. Once you hear it, you'll be like, yeah. But anyway, and no disrespect to my friend or anything like that, but it's we're in the service industry. And long story short with that, the guy's name, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to bring up more information about it. But what they did was how they set it up was they set up like 4 lifeguard tables, or lifeguard chairs, essentially. And then we were just free to play all day long. And they had 4 adults, bam, 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 each corner of the room, just sitting up there watching. We were just free to run around. We had Nintendo 64. We would play Star Fox all of the time. It was amazing. Super Mario 3D and Mario Kart. We would play it all the time. We would play the 4-way, challenge on each other and whatnot, and all be on different teams and play either against each other or with each other or just do a straight race. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I like the battle, where you had to jump up on the platforms and shoot turtle shells at each other and stuff, and it wasn't a race. That was a really fun game mode. But we got to do all that all the time. Then I got put into a really bad daycare after that. Really bad daycare. They just, for some reason, had to control everything the kids did, yell and scream at them all the time, and just, in general, just be turds. It sucked. Had my game stolen. They didn't like that I was playing my Game Boy. I had to participate with everybody else. And then, literally, the owner allowed her kid to steal my game. Not even kidding. He tried it again with the second one, and we ended up catching him. My dad actually went in there, and he was like, you better give this back. Gave it back, and it wasn't even the right game. He swapped it out. So we caught him, got the second one, and for some reason, I don't know why we didn't make a big deal. I'm pretty sure I told my dad at the time, I was like, this isn't mine. He goes, we're just taking it anyway. It's just as good, or something like that. I can't remember what happened there. But anyway, I had this green Game Boy Color, and that's what happened. So I will not put my kids back in daycare. I just won't. They were awful. They had drug addicts, literally. Drug addicts. They'd get fired all the time. They would be running parts of the daycare, watching kids. It was disgusting.
You should already know their names. If you're saying in this first half, thank you for watching my kids, what should not follow is saying...
Oh, also, just, again, Rock Chip, thank you so much for that. I genuinely appreciate that. You guys are awesome.
I look forward to learning your names. I just feel that if they're watching your kids and the kids are coming home and saying...
Well, that's a big if, because she never once suggested that, Candace.
So-and-so did this.
What do you mean they're coming home? It's like what did you think, Erika dropped him off there and then went back home by herself?
That's not the first time you should be hearing so-and-so's name. So this is supposed to be endearing. Oh, thank you guys so much. I'm dumping them at the office, and in addition to working extra hours and maybe getting a surprise, they're all going to be fired at the end of this week because we don't know who's leaking to Candace. And oh my gosh, we fired everyone last week and they're already still leaking to Candace. In addition to all of this...
Can you show us one thing that they've leaked at all to you? Because all you've done was show us, like, Erika's past.
She has to, she's basically thanking them for babysitting, right? Thank you for being around the office. I'm just dumping my kids here. And
this is so
I would
bad.
like to now try to see if we can get a lunch date and we're supposed to be endeared by this. Like, oh, the kids are in office because this is what Charlie built. Like, no, that's not where toddler kids should be. They should not be at an office.
That's so your opinion. Who cares? That's none of your business. That is absolutely none of your business whatsoever.
Not endearing. This is wrong. They should not be with you 9 times out of 10 at an office. That's not the environment that children are supposed to be in. They're not walking through. And by the way, just in case you don't know the setup.
Dude. Oh my God. She has no freaking clue. You want to hear something crap? Try going to a hairdresser when you are a male and you're watching your mom get her hair done and then your Game Boy dies in the middle of it and it's a 4-hour hair appointment. Come on. Oh, the kids aren't supposed to be in office. Yeah, imagine having to sit still in a chair for that long when all you want to do is run around in the woods or play Game Boy or something. Come on, this is so stupid.
Where Charlie worked is completely separate from where everybody else works, okay? He has his own building, and a small amount of the team is in the building.
And guess what? She might not have wanted that, and she may want to be with her team the whole time, and maybe she doesn't go in the building all by herself like that, or maybe she transformed it into having some people in the building with her. Who knows?
They're not familiar with the entire office. They're not walking in being like, oh, this feels like dad. This reminds me of when dad used to what?
Oh, wow.
What? You weren't even at the office. You just said in this speech that you were a stay-at-home mom while you guys were married. So why would this place remind your children?
We didn't say remind. She said show them what their father built. What are you talking about? When did she say remind? What are we at, 2108? Let's see. Remind, like.
So that was one thing on my heart, why I wanted to also just bring you guys all together.
Okay, that's the end of that. Never mind.
That personally means I want to say something very personal and say thank you to each and every one of you. I bring my babies to the office 9 times out of 10, and a lot of you have interacted with them, and it's very sweet to me, and it's very precious to them, because then they know you guys by name, and they'll come to me and they'll say, did you know that so-and-so gave me a stuffy or something like that?
Well, I'm sure a lot of people ended up interacting with the kids. And she didn't want to just say one person, you know, and leave some people out. Or she was just being generalizing. And, like, what's wrong with that? I just don't get it.
Thank you. That my kids are my world. And I love bringing them here because they get to see what their father built and what you guys all continue building. So that
Did you all see anything about remind?
Personally means a lot to me. I just want to say thank you for that.
I wanted to show them what their father built and what you all continue to build. That's what she said. So where's this whole reminding?
In this speech that you were a stay-at-home mom while you guys were married. So why would this place remind your children of their...
Where did she say remind, Candace? This is actually just pure evil. Like, why in the world would you do this? The retarded rabbit strikes again, guys. To her. This is unbelievable. This is actually just insane.
father. Your toddler children of their father. This is a corporate office. This is not home. It's like, why do I need to communicate this with you? Are you just
You don't have to, because it was never suggested. You're just stupid.
surrounded by robots? Are you a hybrid, Erika? Answer yes or no. Like, I don't understand why they don't understand why none of this is normal. Why are we having to explain to Turning Point USA why all this is off? And why does it feel like she intentionally just edits a little bit after feedback? Like they're just downloading an algorithm, you know? Like people are, say, you shouldn't be wearing sparkly pants. So then she's like, okay, download the new algorithm says wear black. And then she's wearing black.
Candace, you do realize that she probably owns more than one pair of clothes. You probably should realize, too. Like, I mean, what were you wearing yesterday? Like, Renaissance broad? You know what I mean? Like, you wear some of the wildest clothes, and now you're wearing a denim jacket. They're wildly different. Sometimes she wears sparkly pants, and then sometimes she doesn't. Did you expect her to wear the same thing every night? I'm so confused by you. Like, your insults are so petty, and they're so full of, like, hatred, and they lack substance completely.
And then they're like, I don't think her tears are real. So someone's like, do not use tissue, drop tear on cheek. And then she does it and she lets the tears flow. There's just like little updates that are being made each time because I don't know, there's just no sense of common humanity there, a common understanding of how humans should be behaving. And they're like trying to teach a hybrid what to do. So they're like, oh, okay, got caught. Remember when you were cheering about.
Candace is genuinely falling apart. It's getting worse. Just the last 2 episodes, she's really been just going down the whole, like, well, she's fake and she's evil and I don't like her and she stinks and she has blonde hair and she's stupid. And what is that about? Huh? I heard she cracked a fart in an elevator and wouldn't let any of her employees out. They had to all sit in there and smell it. There was nothing they could do. She suffocated those poor people all day long while singing the national anthem. Like, holy crap, Candace, can you get worse? Just keep getting worse like this. It's entertaining, actually.
Oh, the hat sales, the merch. So this time mention how much you love your kids. Thank you for watching, my kids. I look forward to learning your names. It's all driving me crazy. The lies are driving me crazy. The things that she's saying, the words that are coming out of her mouth are driving me crazy.
Everything coming out of her mouth is driving me crazy.
Oh, man. My voice is too dry for this. I need a water bottle to do that whole insert rope, insert girder voice.
And I needed to stop. We'll take a brief break and we will be back.
Okay. Give us all your advertisements. Look at all that profit. Look at all these. I saw somebody actually make a comment like, shout out to all the advertisers that have stuck with Candace Owens. And it's just like, yeah, I guess. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that these advertisers are literally paying for this. She's literally like, well, she said that it reminded her of The Office, or reminded her kids of her father. The Office did. And it's just like, she never even suggested that.
I just want to shake her. Like, I just want to just stop.
I just want to get really violent with her, and I just want to peel her skin off and put it on my face and go,
It's like
some
she's
freak.
malfunctioning or something. And you know how, like, when something's malfunctioning, you have this arbitrary idea that if you shake it, it will get better somehow. You're like, oh, this isn't working. That
Hey, whoa, what was that? Who'd you sorry. You deleted, what's this? Then you are insane, you dweeb are, you literally making up things that do not exhibit, blaming her. What are you talking about? Wait, what? You're all literally psychotic? Dang. Is this person just like a bot or what? What was this? Let's see. Oh, they're spamming. Oh, yeah, no, ban them instantly, yeah. No, you don't get to spam. You could have, like, actually said that one time and I would have responded to you there. Let us fill heaven. But yeah, if you're gonna end up just spamming the same message over and over again, get out. That's not allowed. Come on. You know that. No chat lets you do that.
That's how I feel. I feel
That's
like Erika
crazy.
isn't working. Do you know what I mean? She's not working. And I want it fixed. It's driving me insane to just, why are they allowing it? Is nothing you're saying is true or real. It's like a wild imagination. Yes, of course you wanted power. Of course you wanted power, Erika. You're not struggling for money. You're not trying to
Like, any proof?
make it for your kids. So please never say that again. Please honor Charlie's legacy by stopping this show, pretending as though like you have to do it because
This wasn't even a public thing. Like, somebody recorded this and put it out there, Candace. Probably recorded it and then just gave it to you. And you're criticizing it. She didn't intend for this to probably get out there and be public.
he was just messy and couldn't take care of the finances. Anyway, couple of quick updates. So we had mentioned that after Tyler Boyer's trip to Romania in 2010, he then gets magically elected to the Board of Regents as their student representative at Arizona State University. And then right after, Erika enrolls into the university. And actually, it's even more bizarre how he came about that position. Somebody emailed us and said, no, he didn't go the usual route. The governor of Arizona at the time, Jan Brewer, abnormally just picked Tyler into the position. It's not the normal process. Usually there are votes, but they just went, okay, you. And here's an article, a relic, which shows us that that is true. It says governor appoints the new student regent. And within the article, it tells us that that's what happened. Arizona State University student Tyler was appointed as the newest student regent on the Arizona Board of Regents by Governor Jan Brewer last month. A new student regent is selected every year, rotating between the three state universities. The regents are typically selected from recommendations made by a selection committee at the university. Boyer applied directly through the governor's office. Okay, so it was atypical. And like I said, a lot happening at Arizona State University this year. Relatedly, we had received some emails suggesting that Erika's claim that she graduated as a double Bachelor of Science in both international relations from Arizona State University.
Yeah, you can dual major. That's a thing that happens all the time.
Which is what is mentioned on her LinkedIn. There it is, Bachelor of Science, Political Science, and International Relations, and elsewhere on other bios. They said, Candace, not only is that not true, but it's not possible. They claimed that the Bachelor of Science of International Relations was not yet available in 2012 at Arizona State University.
Okay. Maybe it wasn't available specifically in 2012, but maybe she was taking other classes for it in other locations. Because look at this. Master's degree here for this, specifically international relations, 2010 to 2012. Well, let me see. Let me actually see then.
Bios.
Let's take a look.
They said, Candace, not only is that not true, but it's not possible. They claimed that the Bachelor
Let's go
of
back to this.
Bio.
I want to get it. Bachelor of Science, Political Science, and International Relations. The of Science. Is it in Political Science? Just Bachelor of Science. Okay, so it's just come. Science. And International Relationships. Is it relationships? Relations. Relations. First available in Arizona University. Is it university? Arizona State University. Also, maybe it became available in 2012, just like she said, and then she switched her major specifically to include that, or they automatically gave it to her because it was now available and she took all the required classes, and maybe this was the first year they started issuing this part of the international relations. Who knows? Let's see.
They said, Candace, not only is that not true, but it's not possible.
Let's see. The Distinct Bachelor of Science and International Relations, which is a dedicated major focused on global policy, diplomacy, international systems, and relations between nations and non-nation state actors. Okay. Let's see. This has been long available with roots in the university, political science offering dating back decades. The School of Politics and Global Studies formed in 2010 from earlier departments. But anyway, the Political Science and International Relations does not appear to be offered as a single combined major at the Arizona State University, which obviously wouldn't be a single thing. It would be for both. Let's see. International Relations was first launched and became available starting in fall of 2024. Wait, what? I thought she said 2012.
They claimed that the Bachelor of Science of International Relations was not yet available in 2012 at Arizona State University.
Okay, well, maybe she ended up graduating and got that first major. Did she get both majors from Arizona State University? Or did she take all the classes previously at a different college and then end up getting it? That's interesting. Let's see. How did Erika Kirk get that degree then if it was not available until 2024?
So we went back and we decided to search through the archived catalog, and sure enough, so far as we can tell, it's not. It was not available in 2012. It is today. You can become a Bachelor of Science in International Relations today. But back when Erika graduated, this was not an option. We searched international relations. It is a topic, they say, you will cover. If you choose to major in political science was certainly available. There are other majors where it lists that you will learn about international relations.
So she did have it. She did have it, and she probably was focusing specifically on the job for international relations. And even though they may not have given the full program, that's probably what she was trying to do. So, I don't know. Who cares?
As is common sense. You can also get a certificate in international studies, but it was not available as a major. And that is one of the claims to fame of Erika. Double majored, getting a doctorate, running a business, also running a charity, doing all of these things, also doing reality TV. It's giving hand of Midas. The person that I am listening to.
I'm using AI. Do your own research. Oh, okay. Right. Do my own research. Because God knows Candace literally is on the right track, right? This thing couldn't give me any information or any links, could it? Couldn't do that at all, right? Is it cheating in life to use AI to do that? What do you mean? And if it links me to something? How about you wait until we get the answer and let's see what it looks like? Let's see. Common Sense debunks Candace. Wait. Oh, no, she didn't graduate in 2023, did she? All right, are you saying that you're yes, both from Arizona State? No, I think she graduated in 2012. Anyway, Sheridan, Sherian? Oh, wait, Sherry Andreas. Duh. Sorry, I had to look at it. It's all one word. Let's see here. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Said, hi, Artie. I believe Candace Owens has always been a mean girl, and she had a crush on Charlie, and she is so jealous of Erika. I like your show. Keep being you. Thank you so much. I think you're absolutely accurate. I just want to know why, hey, AE15BXYS, that's definitely not a bot name. If you could answer for me real quick. Try not to parrot the Zio talking points too much. It's not a good look. Okay. Why did Candace Owens just contradict herself on Erika Kirk not being able to watch her kids and also do full-time CEO? And then Erika Kirk literally goes, I bring my kids in with me to the office every single day. Just out of curiosity, could you answer why that ended up happening and why Erika had to end up, or why Candace had to end up trying to walk that back? Could you tell me real quick? I'm really curious. Did you catch that? I just would like your honest answer. Diana Cooper, thank you so much for that thumbs up there, that thumbs up chat thing, super sticker. That's what they call it. Thank you so much for that. I just want to know. I just want to know if you're fine with that. Let's see. Erika Kirk graduated from Arizona State around 2012, double major in political science and global studies. Per multiple biographical sources on her own website, while her education is often described in media and profiles as political science and international relations, this appears to be a common shorthand or generalization for the global studies major, which has been offered at ASU since well before 2012, with roots in the School of Global Studies established prior to 2010. Okay. The standalone bachelor's degree specifically titled International Relations, or BA or BS, were indeed newly launched. So, titled this by itself. Standalone bachelor degree. Okay. So, how long was it available then? As a combination. It just says that it's pretty much, how would I put it? A general? Where did it say that at? General explanation? Where was it? Generalize. Here it is. Generalization for the global studies major. Okay, so it's a global studies major, as it turns out, right? So let's take a look. Let's see. Actually, here. How about this? How long has the Arizona State University global... Oh, I forgot what they called it. Shoot. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, here, hold on. Oh, it's just global studies. Never mind. Global studies degree been available for. Let's just see. Should be pretty quick.
Over these past few months, we've all heard her more than we've ever heard from her before. Is just objectively not a genius. So I'm not sure what that's about. There could be a reason for it. There could have been some strange carve out just for Erika. I'm sure there was. But I find all of this happening at the same time to be very strange. Now, we are obviously discussing the relationship between Erika and Tyler, both of them being at the Arizona State University, both of them having been involved in Romania. Also, during the
Well, you suck worse at YouTubing because you can't even answer my question. I've asked you twice. Let me ask you a third time. Do you find it weird that Erika Kirk, or that Candace Owens here, literally debunked herself whenever she said that there's no possible way to run TPUSA and watch your kids full-time at the same time? And then we found out that Erika Kirk, literally, by her own admission, takes her kids to work every day, 9 times out of 10? You can change the username. It's super duper easy. I know, because guess what I do here on YouTube? And guess what YouTube is? It's a Google account. You know that, right? I'm just telling you. I'm telling you for a fact. You didn't answer me. I'm scrolling up here and looking. What did you answer about her finding out that she lied? She literally lied about Erika Kirk watching her kids and being CEO at the same time. So this is the 4th time I'm asking you now.
Years of Jeffrey Epstein, by the way, who, like Tyler, was involved particularly with modeling.
Her degree has been around since 2005 and 2006. Candace Owens was wrong. It's global studies. There you go. All Candace had to do was 5 seconds of research.
Agencies in Romania. It is also worth noting that the university, Arizona State University, was the #1 university that was mentioned in Jeffrey Epstein's emails.
It's also the biggest university and has the most amount of students in the entire United States.
About 3,500 times, paling in comparison to the...
Cool. She can afford nannies. Guess what? I can afford daycare. I'm not going to do it. I don't put my kids in with daycare. I work a freaking night job, so my kids don't have to go to daycare. My wife works 3 days a week because she's a nurse. So we are able to switch in and out so we don't have to put our kids in daycare. Erika might not want to put her kids in daycare either. She could hire nannies, just like Candace Owens, and decide to not be a real mom. What's your point? She literally wants to be a real mom. She wants to spend time with her kids. Why would you say that's a bad thing?
Other universities. I mean, the other universities were paled in comparison to Arizona State University in terms of mentions. It was like 3,500 for Arizona State University, and then second place was some university that was mentioned 100 times. Now, it had already been discovered even prior to the email dump that Jeffrey Epstein had given money to Arizona State University, $250,000 of his own money, plus over $2 million through...
Because Candace Owens has a nanny watching her kids, and she ended up admitting, she's like, well, your kids are sleep trained. They shouldn't ever be coming out of their rooms in the middle of the night. I mean, she has a nanny, and she ended up firing her nanny because, one of the nannies, because they wanted to wear a mask during COVID in front of her kids. She's like, I don't want my kids waking up in the middle of the night to some weirdo with a mask over their face. That was Candace Owens that said that. I don't care to know her. What do you mean I don't know her personal situation? She's rich and having nannies raise her kids. No matter how much money I ever make, I will never get a nanny for my kid. I will watch my kids, thank you very much. And I can absolutely be prejudiced, absolutely 100% against that. Because if I can work a full-time freaking job and then watch my kids, what the hell does Candace Owens do? Are you kidding me? She streams for 1 hour a day. That's it. Don't even play around. Are you kidding me? As a father, don't even pretend like you know how to raise kids. Something tells me you ain't a dad and you ain't a mom. Because there's no way you would be this arrogant. I live it every day. I put in 40 hours a week. My wife puts in 40 hours a week. Actually, sometimes I put in 60 hours a week, depending on the schedule and depending on how production is up. In a factory. Mind you. Who the hell are you? I'm genuinely curious. You have no idea how to raise kids. And I put in the hours to make sure my kids don't have to go to daycare. Because she said so, AE. I just went over that. Literally. She said she fired her nanny because she didn't like that she was wearing a mask. She had to get a different nanny. Because she didn't want her kids waking up in the middle of the night. Zio talking points. Using what Candace Owens said is Zio talking points. I'm not even a Zionist, you moron. I don't give a crap about Israel. What is wrong with you? Zio talking points, you're using Candace Owens' own words against her. You're an idiot, dude. For real, straight up. Do you even know anything about Candace Owens? I have been calling out Candace Owens when she was a pro-Zionist, and she was going as red pill black, and before she was red pill black. Has nothing to do with Israel. Absolutely nothing. That is so crazy, dude. Look at my channel history. That's wild, man.
Associates of his.
You know nothing about Candace.
He started giving to Arizona State University. Listen to me. Jeffrey Epstein began giving to Arizona State University in December of 2010.
Okay, masks didn't work anyway, but now you're changing the goalposts. She uses a nanny at night. Come on, that's not parenting.
A couple of months before Tyler gets elected to the Board of Regents, just a couple of months after Tyler gets back from Romania. And Jeffrey Epstein donates through what is known as the Origins Project, a project for space exploration. You might be new here, but I keep telling you guys about...
He was like, kids in space. Maybe he was going to make a floating island out there.
NASA. And what happened with Operation Paperclip? And they said, these scientists are going to get us to space. And I said,
well,
no,
let's
they
keep going
weren't.
all over the place.
They were a bunch of pervs. And our
Okay.
CIA transported them from places like Vienna throughout Germany.
What do you mean no one cares about masks? I never cared about masks. I didn't bring up masks. Candace did. She literally fired a nanny and rehired a new nanny. The whole point of my conversation is about her having a nanny so she doesn't have to raise her kids. That's crazy, man.
And brought
Keep
them
moving
here
the
and then
goalposts, buddy.
told us they were actually genius scientists when they were not. They were harming children and developing the Monarch program, the precursor to MK Ultra. Anyway, I've said that so many times. I know that you already have it in your mind, but it's interesting that
We
of
do,
all
but
the
you haven't
things
provided proof yet.
Jeffrey Epstein is giving to a space project. We did not go to the moon.
Okay.
Parking that aside. He is giving there. Okay, Tyler visits Romania just before Tyler is hand selected by the governor. We got it. Fast forward to let's actually go past Erika's crown year of 2012.
You're not that late.
And Erika,
I'm gonna speed
you
this
are going
up,
to
though, a
see,
bit.
begins pursuing fame
A little bit.
hard. There's no person who can look into Erika's life and make the claim that she was not trying to be famous. As I have said, I don't know any women.
Nobody has ever made the claim that Erika was not trying to be famous. Literally. You love my man boobies? Okay. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I don't know why you would comment on my chest here, but thank you.
Who have never dated a guy that was normal. Like everybody that Erika
Unlike
dates
you, I
has
hit the
some
gym,
degree
though.
of fame and publicity already in their lives, and that clearly attracts her. And that just is Erika's life. It's a fact of Erika's life. And like I said, she lies all the time. So ahead of us jumping back into the timeline, I would like to remind you of the story she tells regarding why she was traveling internationally, specifically to China. Why don't you listen to what she says about why she traveled to China? Take a listen.
I decided
Okay.
to create
Let's
something
hear it
called
again.
Everyday Heroes Like You, where we're able to, originally, it was focused on bringing funds and awareness to various grassroots organizations that were in specific communities that would be able to have volunteers that are transparent with their funds, that are actually doing what they're saying they're doing, instead of just having 70% of the funds go to admin and only 30% towards the cause. So really just focusing on making sure there was a home for transparent organizations that people could learn about, get involved with. But from there, it kind of grew into.
It's okay. I mean, let the people project, I'm just a big old fat guy. I didn't lose 40 pounds last year or anything like that, Oops. Pulled this out of my ear. I'll just let y'all see. I mean, I'm not going to lift my shirt or anything, but, I'm just so overweight. 170 is so obese. Now, am I pretending like I'm just a jacked piece of muscle? Nah, I got a lot of work to do. But, my God, what a petty insult. I know what I look like, and I know what I'm doing with my life.
Something more global. I was
So
living
it's
in
all good.
China and doing a lot of work with the victims from sex trafficking, and then began to phase that into working with the Marine Corps and
Headless
the
already.
Army, and then was able to work with a orphanage in Romania.
Okay, so there's no mistaking what she
Hey, I
says,
appreciate
and she
that, guys.
repeats it over and over again that she lived in China and she was living in China.
But I don't look that good yet. I got a lot of work to do. And I'm gonna keep putting in the work.
To work with victims of sex trafficking. This is one of the early questions that I had for Erika. Who were you working with in China? And thanks to a clip that we're going to show you later of her auditioning for The Amazing Race, she actually narrows it down and says that she was in Chongqing. I think I'm saying that right. It might be Chongqing. Well, the
I thought she was gonna actually do the ching chong ding dong.
truth is that helped me realize why she was actually in China. Helping victims of sex trafficking. No, the truth is that Erika was just following her boyfriend. I kind of view this as her groupie year. Her boyfriend at the time is Josh Harrelson. Josh Harrelson is playing for the Miami Heat. Okay, so you got a basketball player who was in his prime, and he is dating the Arizona beauty queen. And I
Cool.
would also like to note that this is 2013. So we are 5 years before she met Charlie. In the future, she'll say she didn't date anybody, but no, she certainly dated.
She said she never dated anybody in New York City. Why do you always freaking lie, Candace? She said she never dated anybody in New York City. I don't understand why this is so difficult for you to keep track of what she says. It's not difficult for me.
People. Erika had a boyfriend, like I told you, every year, actually. And
Wait. You don't think Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger at all? Do you have any proof to suggest that he didn't? I'm curious.
And far from this deeply Christian story that she's going to spin in the future, she not only had a boyfriend, but she's following him around the world. She's living with him. And again, I'm not here to judge Erika for living with her boyfriend. I have lived with my boyfriend in the past. But I am not sitting here pretending that I didn't do that.
Yeah, you lived with him when you were 14, and you criticized Jerry Francois for doing the same thing. Isn't that funny? You lived with your boyfriend for 6 months when you were 14. When Jerry Francois did it, you said it was creepy. But all right. Patrina Rich, thank you so much. You said, you're doing great. Love your pod. May God bless you and your family. Well, God bless you and your family, too. Thank you so much. God bless all of you all. Thank you all so much for being here. You know? Feds planted that gun. Proven. Oh, can you prove it? Link me the proof to that. Because no, they did not. I've been covering this since day one. They did not. There's zero proof that any of that was planted, as you say. Absolutely zero proof.
That's what's so strange. It's just the amount of lies. I'm not pretending I had no boyfriends before I met my husband. What is the purpose of these lies? That is what we should be frustrated by. What is the purpose? This is why it feels like ChatGPT Christianity, like someone did the program thing again, the algorithm. Oh, okay. We need you to be Christian. We need you to fit Charlie's world. Okay, let's say no guys for 5 years. No, never. Oh gosh, no. Christian one would never date a guy. Live with him. Say like, your mother taught you Christianity. My mother taught me Christianity. No, your mother allowed your boyfriend to live in the house too and have sleepovers. That's like the opposite of coming from a deeply faithful Christian household. Letting the boyfriend sleep in the house with your daughter is like, so I would never in a million years allow my daughter to have her boyfriend sleep over. It's wild. Anyway, granted, my daughter is 3, but I just had to get that off my chest for the future.
Yeah, you didn't have to mention that part.
Future, because I'm on one today, so I'm freaking out for future. Anyway, back into the timeline, 2013, we have, Erika begins dating
I'm still waiting for that proof.
Josh Harrelson. That is very much evidenced by her saved tweets. It's all over. That is who Big George 55 was or is. You can see the dates here. She started dating him actually in 2012, so during her actual crown year. And we can go back to our timeline here, and you can see that what happens in 2013 is he begins playing for Puerto Rico. So he joins the Brujos de Guayama in mid-January. That's the team. And then you can see also, look, what he joined.
Why did she pronounce it like that? But man, it always makes me think that she's like some sort of leftist. Like, I got to pronounce this right or I'll get chewed out.
The Chongqing Flying Dragons. So he goes from the Miami Heat to Puerto Rico.
With the accent and everything,
in the
it's
future
funny.
that she goes, I traveled the world. I was doing all of this work for charities. No, you're following your boyfriend. This is regular groupie stuff, okay? This is not that complicated. Stop pretending.
With a screwdriver. That's how he did it. Disassembled and reassembled the gun, and then gun magically appeared for the feds in a green space. So he assembled it on the roof. He never disassembled it when he jumped off the roof. He never disassembled it. So what are you talking about? He brought it there disassembled. He assembled it. Once it was assembled, it stayed assembled. Where did you hear that he had disassembled it, came down, and then reassembled it again afterwards? I want you to link that, because that's a lie.
You're some master of all these businesses. Anyway, back into the timeline, when from early June to August, she is going to move, her words, not mine, to China to follow and live with her boyfriend.
It was on the CCTV footage. It's very clear on the CCTV footage. He absolutely has the firearm with him on that CCTV footage. What are you talking about? See, do you understand that whenever you say things that are just complete and total lies, I will pull it up for you? This is absolutely ridiculous, dude. Do your due diligence. CCTV, looks like there are tornadoes possibly tonight. CCTV, why is... Is it working now? Let's, wait. Maybe it'll just come back. Is it back now? Thank God. Oh my gosh. Maybe it'll just come back. There we go. Holy cow. I don't know why it keeps crashing so often. There is something seriously wrong with this computer. That is unbelievable. My last computer was so much better than this. Windows 10, this has to be a Windows 11 problem. I was forced to upgrade to a newer computer. And now it's like, it's unusable. It's unusable. I have a 5080 and a 7800 XT or something like that. I need to see what it is. Maybe, you know what? I wonder if it's Kick having the problem. I wonder. I'm just going to turn Kick off. I don't know why it was even on. But Kick hasn't been working properly anyway. Anyway, sorry, did I get to the last super chat? I did. Okay, that's right. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to, I was hoping that nothing came in and nothing, I didn't miss anything. Ooh, let's see here. Oh, there's a tornado on the ground right now. Really? In Oklahoma? Where? Hold on. Kind of curious. Where's that at? Where is this? Can you like...
One of those actually produced.
Let's see real quick. I'm just going to pull this. Oh, this is up in... Oh, okay. I see now. It's in Texas, really. Or it's up here in Cheyenne. I don't know. But anyway, what was I looking for?
I don't know what.
This is
I don't know what I was
regular
looking for here.
groupie stuff, okay? This is not that complicated. Stop pretending you're some master of all these businesses. Anyway, back into the timeline, when from early June to August, she is going to move, her words, not mine, to China to follow and live with her boyfriend. And
Yeah,
I
he
want to
did.
note
Okay,
that
that's
this
what I
was
was
one of the
looking for.
questions.
That's right. You're not intelligent. That's right. CCTV footage of Tyler Robinson. I'm gonna show you exactly where it is. It's so freaking painfully obvious. We're gonna watch. Okay. Now, watch closely. He's got this wrapped in a towel right here. What's that? What is that right there? What is this? What is this? What's he put down? Huh? Let's see. Let's see when he gets his third leg. Oh, here it is. He just pulled it down. And bam. Drops. Barrel exposed right here. Look at that. Look at this. Dude's got 3 legs. Look at that. He got 3 legs. Buddy's got 3 legs. I got a question. How many people do you know have 3 legs? Just out of curiosity, man. He wasn't in the CCTV footage. That's crazy. This dude's got the longest arms I think I've ever seen in my life. This dude is an absolute, like, Bigfoot or something. Weird. Very weird, isn't it? Do you want more? I want to see your reaction to this, buddy. I thought you said the CCTV footage showed he did not have the rifle. That's really, really weird. So, I'll wait for your response to that. We'll watch some of this.
Questions early on that I asked Justin Stripe. I said, when did she live in China? Why was she living in China? And he came back and he said, and I want to be clear, I don't think Justin Stripe was lying. Didn't strike me as someone who would be dumb enough to lie. Forget whether or not he's moral. Is he dumb? And my answer is no, Justin Stripe is not an idiot. So this is what her new story is that she did not live in China. And he wrote back to me on January 12th that Erika did not live in China. From June 16th to June 30th, she
was there for 6 months. 6 months. Like, she said live in China, but she probably mainly misspoke. She said she was there for 6 months from the beginning. Charlie Kirk said she was there for 6 months. I want to know, he said from June 16th to June 30th, 2013, Erika visited China. Maybe. But all of them account for 6 months. And this is Justin. How about we get it from specifically Erika?
just visited China. She saw major sites and she visited the Great Wall. Again, I'm not here to pick a side in Erika versus Erika, okay? But she very clearly says she lived in China, and the answer is she was obviously there longer because she was there from June all the way through until at least August, early August.
Okay, so there's no disputing it. Charlie didn't dispute it either. Erika hasn't disputed it either. So, what's your point?
Happened to match the exact dates that her boyfriend was there. Why the lies? Why the lies? For who? Anyway, She will also.
You got it from a different person. I don't know if he's lying. I don't know if Justin's lying or not. I don't know why he would be. But Erika has said multiple times that she was there for 6 months. Charlie said multiple times that she was there for 6 months. How about we take her or Charlie's word for it? Why are you going, well, this guy over here said that Erika was actually only there for a few days. Okay. That's really dumb. How about ask her?
Which we're not going to show you because I think it's been overdone. She'll post a video of her promoting Romanian Angels. And in that video, she thanks Colonel Otto Buscher in particular. Again, he is going to be accused of running a brothel, a Romanian brothel with children.
Accused means guilty. So, okay, if that's the case, the Tate brothers are guilty, right?
On the base. And so, again, it's everyone around her, I guess. And she has all of these connections, I guess. And we have no idea what her mom does with AC Tech, I guess, or why she's getting all this money. Also, I just put in some facts that I think are good for people to know that this year the Romanian government establishes the National Office for Gambling Games in April. And we know the Black Sea Rotational Force is going to be deployed for 6 months again. This will be BSRF 13. They kind of name it after the year it is, from February to August as a Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Force. Okay.
Yeah, you know you can't be saying that. Sorry. You're not going to be able to talk doing that.
I call 2014 the year of fake it till you make it. Okay, so we are going to learn that Erika is living in Venice, California, and there's actually no purpose for her to be doing that unless we look through her actions, and it's very clear she's trying to make it in Hollywood. Now, there is a clip of her sitting down with her best friend, Tracy Martin, on a talk show. Something that I noted that is interesting is a woman named Diane Burnett likes the post, and that is, in fact, Mark Burnett's wife, okay? Mark Burnett being the person who created Survivor, the person who's going to create the reality show that Erika is on, the person that's also running Donald Trump's show that he was on, The Apprentice. Like, he's the creator of so much reality TV. And so there's an indication here that, again, we're going to see all of these paths crossing because it's also the year that Johnny Moore is going to leave Liberty University and start the Kairos company with Andrew. Johnny Moore's
oh no, reality TV. Damn you.
Working for Mark Burnett. There is a chance that in 2014, again, Erika and Andrew Colvett would have crossed paths. That would make sense. They know the same people. More relevant, however, is Lori Franzwey because she gets introduced on the floor in Arizona, on the congressional floor because she has David Farnsworth sponsoring a bill.
ZM,
she's doing this panic
Osmo,
stuff. There could be an EMP event, and we have to get
exactly how
prepared
Charlie got
for an
into
EMP event that
reality
could happen.
TV.
Electromagnetic pulses, and here is what me and my husband Larry Ginta recommend that you do, and it's G-Tech Industries. I think she's a used car salesman.
It's kind of weird. It's like G-Tech would probably be like Georgia Tech or Georgia Tech or something. AZ Tech would be Arizona Tech. It's almost like all these LLCs are actually just one company, but she puts the name of the state in the tech. It's kind of weird. It's a weird little, just a weird little noticeable thing, by the way, that I've just happened to notice is like what ends up happening. I don't know why these keep sticking out on this headphones now, but it's kind of funny to me that it seems like that's pretty much what's going on, and she still can't figure it out.
To be honest with you, it seems like to me when I observe everything, it's a group of people working together to get money from the government, and they all know each other.
Yeah, I mean, they are getting money from the government. The companies are literally self-explanatory. It's very simple. They literally do power grid security. It's crazy. Crazy how it works.
And so Lori is introduced by Terrell Farnsworth's family. Terrell Farnsworth, the guy that takes down the cameras. This is his family. He, like I told you in previous episodes, grew up with Tyler Boyer. Their families have been friends, Mormon families, for generations. Okay? It's like they all know each other, and they're just like, we got to get this money. Okay, you're going to pretend like you're a tech genius, Lori. And she's like, sustainability.
Yep. And then the government was just like, we're really stupid. We're just going to keep paying you money out.
Sustainability. I love sustainability and words. And you're going to present, and I'm going to put together a vote, and the Farnsworths are going to vote, and we're going to get this money, honey. That's Lori to me. Lori gives me scam artist. I got to say it.
That's cool. Well, what proof she committed a scam? If you could show me that, then maybe we could do that. But you're just going to call her a scam artist with no proof? Wild.
I'm on one. Everything about her.
You're definitely on one.
I'm seeing a scammer on the corner trying to sell me CDs, Like they're just outside, they got a black plastic bag, and they're like, oh, let me sell you these DVDs, They come into the hair salon, they're selling you bootleg DVDs. That's Lori in the story. She's bootlegging. And she has actual people that are working, the Farnsworth family that's helping her do that. And that is why Eddie Farnsworth, who also votes to pass her resolution.
You just accused all these people of committing a crime with no evidence. Good luck, Candace.
And it also is of Terrell Farnsworth's family.
Still waiting for
camera
AE
guy.
to respond to the
That's why he's
to
going
the
to get
footage.
accused in the future. He makes tens of millions of
AE, what happened to you? Where'd you go, buddy?
dollars off of charter schools. There are all these articles. Look up Eddie Farnsworth and the charter school, and they all started saying, hey, he's scamming. He's taking all this government money. Like, this seems like their true family business. Make up something that you do. Say it's important. Get a bunch of money from the Department of Homeland Security, from the DOD. But in reality,
Well, I wish it was that easy. I wish I could just make up a company and just tell the government, hey, I got a company, and then them just be like, shoot, we'll just give you money. I didn't know it was that easy, Candace. If her husband loved her at all, he would have forcibly committed her to a psych ward by now. Well, I don't think George Farmer cares that much. Thank you so much for that, Diana. If I just had to guess. But yeah, George is batting for the other team.
it's like a political mafia working together to scam taxpayers. That's what he gets accused of. Eddie Farnsworth, that's what you got accused of. There's tons of articles. And crucially, the Boyers, the Farnsworth, the Franzfays, the Colbets, they're all just vibing around each other at all times. And what happens crucially is that Tyler Boyer is going to meet Charlie Kirk this year. It is still not clear to me how they met, but we can state that Tyler is the chairman at that time of the Maricopa County Republican Committee, and Eddie Farnsworth is on that committee, and David Farnsworth is on that committee. So here is Eddie Farnsworth on that committee, and yeah, they got the Farnsworth clan again. They grew up together. They're all Chandler, Arizona, went to the same...
Man, Jill has got an unfortunate last name, though. Wow. I know what she got made fun of.
high schools, your mom, my dad. It's giving Mormon mafia, okay? And look up the Farnsworth family. They're a very powerful family in Mormon worlds. Roots down into Mexico. They've been around since day one of the LDS Mormon Church. I know that some people say it's now LDS. Forgive me for not being brushed up on that. Anyway, I just find that very interesting that Eddie Farnsworth is getting accused of robbing taxpayers to enrich himself. And we know that Erika's family is involved with charter schools. It's just kind of right in our face, I feel. In March, we know that Erika is going to begin dating somebody else, and his name is JT Massey, and he's a minor league baseball player because she's not dating nobodies. Okay, she wants to know what you're going to do. He's playing with the Colorado Rockies, and together they are going to try out for the Amazing Race. And I am...
Sounds like fun, I guess. I would not do the heights.
I'm going to let you listen to that. Erika is living and working in California, and he is living in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and here's a little bit of their tape.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. Well, let's see. Where'd she see that at? Oh, JT Massey's living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dude, wait, what? I could probably ask this guy. I could probably meet up with this person. Wait, he's a minor league baseball player with the Colorado Rockies. What the heck? Oh, neat. Okay. Interesting. Hey, maybe he knows some stuff, right? I could get a hold of him, possibly. I don't know if I could actually or not. But, hey, maybe worth questioning, right? Wouldn't that be wild?
Is living and working in California, and he is living in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and here's a little bit of their tape.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning, America.
I've lived in China. I've lived in Chongqing. I've been to Romania. I've been to Croatia. Lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. Are you fixing my... I got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage. If people want cleavage, showcase it.
Sex sells, babe.
Sex sells. That's me.
That's against religion.
It's not within the confines of marriage.
I don't... We need...
What? We're checking the light? Oh, okay. I know we're checking the light. Roll camera one! Hi, I'm JT Massey. I'm 25 years old from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm a minor league baseball player with the Colorado Rockies, and I'm going to be racing with my girlfriend.
Hi, I'm Erika Kirk. I'm 25 years old from Scottsdale, Arizona, and I currently live in Venice, California.
So March 1st, we went on our first date.
Well, I got it wrong because I thought it was
Yes.
the day before, and I called him and I was like, hi, so I'm going to be running late for our date. And he's like, actually, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sitting at dinner with my dad in Arizona, and I'm like, did I mess up the date or what? End up staying.
Tahlequah is a great place to go floating. Just letting you know, craftsman. Just Tahlequah is the place. It's fun.
Up on the table to call her, and it was she messed up the date.
I did. So we went to Maggiano's.
Yeah, it worked out.
It was good.
We went to Maggiano's. I picked her up. It was raining.
It was.
Kind of different night in Arizona, and picked her up at her house, and later met her mom on the first night.
It's a big deal for the
Exciting
first night.
stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to scare her off. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure she did meet Lori. Lori's always lurking in the corner. She's a pusher. I said, Lori's a pusher.
Hey, how about you let him talk for himself?
And I want to be clear, nothing objectively bothers me about this. Like, yeah, I'm noticing the pattern that everybody's kind of famous, but nothing objectively bothers me about her joking around with her boyfriend, cute, hanging out, doing whatever. This is all actually normal for a 25-year-old girl, young woman. It's not what she's doing. It's what she's telling us that she did in the future. That is what is problematic. I want to make that clear over and over again. There's nothing wrong to me about them speaking back and forth, making jokes, trying to be funny. It's how she will pretend none of this ever happened when she hits the Christian button.
Well, she just said it's against her religion there, so she's obviously talked about her religion right there on video. So you're wrong. And second of all, she said she never dated anybody in New York. How about you play the clip? Play the clip of what Erika said. She didn't date anybody when she went to New York City.
Christian button when she meets Charlie. That's what bothers me about this. And no one didn't date anybody. She really liked this guy, by the way. There's evidence that they were even engaged. And so her whole demeanor is just so different from the person that she becomes with Charlie. And we're supposed to believe that that's off.
Okay. Yeah, let's, you know what? I'm just going to look it up. Erika Kirk moments with Charlie Kirk. Let's just see if there's a best moments at all.
My friend Colin Plume from her question.
You and cherish you.
Here's a popular part.
Okay.
I could also talk about more of what women should be looking for or men should be looking for in women, but
you can.
We kind of talked about that though. Yeah.
I know. What traits should conservative?
This is one from that someone just emailed us in, freedom@charliekirk.com.
Oh, really?
Erika, do you ever get hate from Charlie's work?
I loved that. Being able to walk, because before I met you, when I.
What do you think that is? I mean, it's just nature.
What's this mean?
I mean, just becoming a CEO of a shoe company is not gonna give you happiness.
Women have it so mixed up. You can have.
Let's see.
You can have a career after children.
I don't want to scroll
through
through
a whole video. But if you try to have
because I don't have a whole lot of time. What? How about
I'm not
this?
going to be able to focus sitting this close to him, just looking at him. I'm just going to be staring at him. I'm not going to be able to focus looking right at you. I'm just going to be staring at you.
Hello.
Wow.
Ready, Terrell?
Hold on.
Wow.
We're rolling?
We're not.
All right, I'll count it down.
Wait.
Yeah, she just doesn't do that at all, Candace. You're just so right. You're just so right, Candace. She never jokes around with Charlie. She's only serious. She's just all about business.
Authentic. It's like you can become a godly woman and still have a personality and still have the person that we're seeing there. And yet everything is just so rehearsed and weird. And she can't get out a sentence without saying, this is what God ordained and I'm biblical. It's very strange. It actually feels haunted. Like it feels haunted to me. Anyway, I can also show you because, like I said, this was the year where she was just like, I got to get famous somehow. She also auditions for this show, which we think is Diane von Furstenberg had a show called House of DVF. It's fashion, which ran for 2 seasons from 2014 to 2015. And Erika auditions for that as well. Take a listen.
Oh, it's not just a ramp.
Tell me about your experience.
She also wear a helmet when she goes up that ramp.
In fashion.
I did not go to fashion school, but I am self-taught. So I graduated with political science and international relations. And although that background to some might seem a little bit foreign to the fashion world, I think that it's actually very helpful because fashion is international and you have to understand people because the consumer is what's buying your product. And if you are able to create a line or a brand that embodies international aspects, whether that be art, architecture, anything that's different with the fabrics and the feel of the brand and the line, that draws people to it. And so for me, I'm looking at this from a pragmatic business standpoint. Although I don't know how to sew and cut, I mean, I can sew a pillow together, but I can't take fabrics and create this couture dress. That's not me. But I'm able to see design. I'm able to pick up on certain things and be able to put things together. So for me, not necessarily having formal training, I would rather learn from people and individuals than from textbooks. I even had that life experience with my family. I come from a bloodline of entrepreneurs, and I learned from my mom, how to basically run a company, and that's how I was able to formulate my nonprofit. And that's what also made me change my major, because originally I was business.
Okay.
She's just like, what do I have to be? I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to cut. I don't know. I don't even know about that. But like, oh, I want to be on a show.
That's not what she said. That's not what she said at all. She said she knew how she could see fashion, see design. And so she's talking about like making a clothing company. She doesn't know how to make the clothes herself, but she knows how to design them. And she knows the business side of things. So she knows how to make one run. She could get a really, really good maker, tell them what to make, and sell it and make a good business, which is what she did. And then you're like, oh, she just wanted to be famous here. It's not even what she said, but all right. I guess we can't listen very well, Candace.
Whether it's The Amazing Race, whether it's House of DVF, I don't know how these two things speak to each other. I want to be on a show. And again, she's 25 at this time. So, I mean, really, this is not her early 20s, right? This is actually like stuff that you might expect to see 18, 19, 20. This is a little further on, 25 years old. But this is who she was. This is who Erika was at this time. She was auditioning for everything. And eventually she's going to get the part for Charlie's wife. Also, I just want to honorably mention this because I'd like to track her. But in a look ahead post for 2014, she mentions on X that she is going to be again in Romania, in Laos, in Kazakhstan, in the Philippines, in Sweden. She says, okay, 2014, I see you. And then someone probably asked her where she was going to be in Sweden. And she replies to them. So did she go to all of those places? Maybe. We will see. Are we in 2014 into our timeline? Are we saving that for next week? Or am I overtime right now? Okay, so we will probably have to do the rest because I see that I'm going overtime because I think I was in a mood today. I'd like to apologize.
Overtime.
And we'll be right back after break.
Just crazy. She's overtime completely. Overtime. It's 51 minutes. You know, if you spent a little bit more time on your craft, Candace, if you actually streamed your show for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, you might be able to get enough information in. You know what I mean? Like maybe you might be able to get just enough information in to actually back any of your claims. But for some reason, you got to drag it all out. Just got to completely and totally drag it all out. It's wild, isn't it? Has she said anecdote? Yeah, anecdote. Or it was a anecdote. It was a neckdote like that, which is funny. Oh man, I think 1.1 million views. Wait, what? Finally, her numbers are dropping. Yeah, they've been dropping for a while steadily. Which one is this at? This is at 5. Oh wow, that's actually some of the lowest I've seen so far. It'll probably hit right at about 1 million. That's pretty low, shockingly, for her show even now. She had, let's see, 500,000, 1.4 million, 1.7, 2 million. She still hasn't broken, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. It went from 4.9 to 5 million finally. So she's at 5 million for her first one. Then she drops down a staggering 2 million people. Then drops down almost a near 1 million people again. Drops down 600,000. And then these three, I'm not going to count at final numbers yet. It usually takes a good 3 to 5 days to get to your real numbers. So, but each one is pretty well stepped down. It's all, yeah, pretty stepped down. This was at 4.9 million views, like, for 6 days straight. So, I mean, it's clear people are getting tired because she's not providing any proof of anything. So, anyway, well, we'll see in a week. I'll go right back. I'm going to cover this part. I'm always going to show the numbers every single day. And we'll see if any of these videos even remotely catch up to each other whatsoever, you know. And there's nothing wrong with working. Exactly. Like the way that she's acting, like the way Candace just blatantly insulted me and literally every single working parent in the United States and thought that that was relatable. It really goes to show how out of touch and rich Candace Owens truly is. It's insulting. I cannot believe she did that to us. It's so frustrating. It's like, you have no idea how hard I have to work every day, Candace. Most of you guys in chat probably do know. Most of you guys in chat, I imagine, are actually, you know, average working people. It is disgusting to me that Candace Owens herself ultimately just decided to blast every parent online. Or every parent online. Just online blast every parent in the United States. Acting like you can't be there for your children and also work at the same time. Well, up yours. Because we do it. It's a lot easier for Erika to do it as a single parent than it is for me and my wife to do it. It's not an exaggeration. But I'm not going to give Erika crap for it because guess what? She's actually raising her kids and running a company. That is what she's doing. It's just crazy. I'm going to have to make a short out of that clip where she's just like, oh, well, Erika Kirk, she can't work and do it at the same time. And then Erika Kirk literally is in a unplanned recording. Like, it's a leaked recording of her going, you know, I bring my kids in the office 9 times out of 10. And nobody's going to dispute that in the call because they're obviously there to witness it. So it's hilarious, you know. Absolutely hilarious. Not rich, but many blessings around, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You hope those views and super chats dry up. My dad died suddenly in a work accident when I was young. Oops. And that's my alarm to tell me to go to sleep. Sorry, guys. Anyway, let's see. You died in a work accident when you were young. My mom put her in grieving on hold for a decade while she raised us, and it was hard on her. Yeah, I bet it was. You know, I bet it absolutely was. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, it sucks. And it's something I think about, too, when I go to work. You know, it's one of those things to where jobs are dangerous. You know, factory jobs in general are dangerous. There's a real problem. Like, it's not one of the most dangerous things. Like, you can get hot coal poured on you, and obviously that could be pretty bad. But alongside that, especially with it burning hot, if the powder, like, if it covers you up pretty decently, it'll suck the oxygen right out. It's pure carbon. Pure carbon. And it is just very, very oxygen-starved. And it can create a vacuum right around you, and you could not breathe. And if you breathe it in, carbon dust, it can create what's called black lung. And then you have problems for the rest of your life. So you just have to be very, very, very careful at this job. It could just, one little loose seal, you know, one loose seal around your mask, around your apparatus at all, could just screw you over completely without you even realizing it. You don't realize how much you could possibly breathe in. It's so fine, particle dust. You don't realize how much you actually end up breathing in by accident if you don't have a good seal around you. Now, luckily, you know, that's why I keep everything short, too. I gotta shave before I go back in again. You know, I was getting, I didn't have to do anything today like that, so that's nice. Actually, I haven't had to do anything like that for the past week, which is really great. But regardless, you just got to be very careful with where you're at, you know? It's unfortunate. And, you know, there are many more jobs way, way more dangerous than what I do. That's by far. I don't have that much of a chance of anything truly bad happening, you know? Things are pretty light around there for the most part. Like, it's heavy lifting, but it's not like, you know, I'm not in fear of something crashing down at 1,000 pounds on me. You know what I mean? Stupid accidents have happened there. Very stupid accidents, as they do with people who aren't paying attention or who are goofing off. Just like any other place, too. And luckily, I have not ever seen a tragedy there. But I haven't also been working there for that long, so there's that, too. Man, we've really covered a lot of stuff, though, guys. Candace really made herself just out to be an idiot. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I am very disappointed in how Candace is turning out now. Instead of just simply, like, she should just make up more evidence. In my opinion, Candace should make up more evidence and stop with the whole, like, nuance. Like, not even nuance. Like, how would I put it? Just slander. She's just like, okay, you did all this stuff, da-da-da, as if that's, like, just debunking it. You know what I mean? And just like, Candace, I'm sorry you can't read or understand what the English words on that page were involving Erika's mom's job description. But, you know, that's not any of our problem. That's not an America problem in general. Most people probably could understand what was going on, so I wonder where that puts Candace. I wonder where that puts her, because I'm sure a lot of her followers, and that's probably why they're dropping off so much in viewage, too. Just in general. Because they see what Candace is putting out there, and they're like, why don't you understand this? You know what I mean? But, I don't know. Yeah, Trump went off on Tucker. I'm going to have to do a video over that tomorrow. If I wasn't out at work all day like that, it's, oh, man, I really would have gotten around to it. But I'm going to work pretty hard tomorrow. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get my videos done pretty early tomorrow. And then I have to do a lot of work all day. And what we'll do is we're going to go over this video probably tomorrow. We're going to go over the, let's see. Where am I? Oh, bookmarks are here. We're going to go over this guy. Going over a call he had with Candace Owens.
I just talked to Candace Owens, and I need you guys to hear this phone conversation.
Against them is all your...
Yeah.
So what are we doing during...
See? He got on the phone with her. And we'll talk about that. And then we're also going to... We'll go over, if we have more time, we'll also go over the whole Tucker thing as well. You know? Right here. Trump slams Tucker Carlson. That'd be a good news story. So we'll go over it, for sure. We'll go over all that in the live stream. And as a matter of fact, there may be more we go over in the live stream tomorrow. Who knows what'll come out tomorrow? So you just never know. May get a sneaky, sneaky surprise. Sneaky, sneaky between the cheeky is oh wait, it's the Waikiki sneaky. The Waikiki sneaky between the cheeky, right? Is that what he said? Rob Schneider on 51st Dates. One of my favorite things. And then he puts that joint in his butt crack and walks away. And that was actually like a complete and total improvised like scene too. So, you know, it was one of the few things that actually made Adam Sandler break, I guess. Because they always try to get each other to laugh, but Adam Sandler never breaks and laughs. But apparently he thought it was so funny, he was like, I'm keeping this in the movie. So, you know, pretty funny stuff. Let's see. Tucker Carlson. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Tucker and Candace are Israel first. Bring up any topic whatsoever, and the first thing they'll do is find a way to talk about Israel. That's a good joke. I like that one. They are Israel first. Because anytime you bring up anything, they'll bring up Israel first. That is amazing. I'm so stealing that from you, Dirtbike. Oh, man. No, thank you for that one. Candace is Israel first. No, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. My problem is I'm getting so sick of hearing Candace's voice, but watching Art so is still entertaining. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. If I wasn't so tired, I definitely would have made this a lot more entertaining. I am brutally exhausted. Just is what it is, you know. Let's see. He's the only one who put her in as CEO, yeah. Anna, thank you so much. You've been married 14 years and my kids are grown. Thankful. Dang. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not there yet. My kids are young. I got a 5-year-old and a very soon to be 4-year-old now. I don't really have toddlers anymore. It's weird. It's very weird. Definitely want to, I hope that this channel can take off to where my wife can no longer work. And then if I could quit my job too at the same time, first thing, having another kid then. Well, if everything works out well, you know what I mean? But I would like to. I would definitely like to have another. It's weird to be like, wow, kids are grown and they start becoming more and more independent. It's just crazy. Oh, it'll be funny when Erika Camp 4209. It'll be very funny when she catches up to this part. she's all the way at the farting in the elevator. I would have came up with better. I think I would have came up with better jokes if I wasn't so tired, but that was one of my better ones. I like that. I'm not afraid to laugh at my own stuff, even when nobody else laughs. I'm that guy, you know. You're in the trenches with a newborn and a 1-year-old? Oh, man. Yeah. Yep, I was right there. My kids are only 18 months apart. They're exactly a year and a half apart. Their birthdays are almost exactly 6 months apart. Like, so it's almost dead on a year and a half. It's like literally, let's see, it's 4 days. They're 4 days apart from each other on being exactly 6 months apart on birthdays. So, but my oldest is a year and a half older. So right now my youngest turns 4. And then that puts my oldest at 5.5. And then my oldest will be 6 years old. It's 6 months later. It's crazy, isn't it? They grow up so fast. It's scary how fast they grow up. Kids are a blessing. They are the best. And the craziest thing is everybody who I pretty much, like, a lot of people I know, not everybody, I guess. Not quite everybody, but one of my best friends, his kid's only a few months older than my oldest. Now, his youngest is quite a bit younger than my youngest. But our kids are all like super close to each other. My sister, her 2 kids are months apart from mine. It's wild. So my sister's oldest is 5 months older than my oldest. And my sister's youngest is 3 weeks older than my youngest. So, yeah. We just, everybody has kids and everybody's around the same age. Everybody started making kids in 2020. It's crazy. So, it's nice being able to have very many friends who have kids all around the same age. So, yeah. Your baby just turned 29. Holy cow. That's wild. I'm 33, so, we're not too far off. Let's see. Oh, your oldest turns 18 Saturday. Time flies. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm only... Oh, man. It's scary to think about. It's very scary to think about because I am legitimately only 12 years behind you. I am literally I'm a third of the way on there. And that it will fly by so fast. I already see it. It's wild. Your oldest is 17, and one's 14, and then one's 4. Oh, there you go. There you go. So you have a kid the same exact age as my youngest. So there you go. Your baby's 28. Nice, nice. Man, yeah, you all got a lot of kids pretty close to my age. Should bring them in. Have them watch. Grow up, have another, all that stuff. Teach them the good ways. No, I don't know that I'm teaching anybody good ways, per se. I am busting the crap out of Candace right now, though. There's that. Brother's birthday is July 9th, and he's 75. Ooh, December 6th. Oh, no. From the year 75 and 76. Gotcha. Nice, nice. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys are almost millennials, I think. I think you're the very tail end of Gen X, right? When was millennial? Did that start in 82? What year did start? Was it 82? 81. Okay. 81, and it ended in 96. So I'm born in 92. I'm the tail end of millennial. Well, not the tail end though, but no, I'm pretty close, I'm like closer to the end than probably most millennials, I guess. So yeah. Millennial. My generation sucks. It's the worst generation. Ooh, I bet 8 kids. You got 8 kids? Crazy. Crazy. Nice, though. I'm jealous. I wish I could have more than 2, for sure. I'm hoping to have 3 or 4. 4, I'd probably be good. I'd probably be good after 4. I don't think I would be interested in having any more after that. I don't know, though. I guess I'm not there, so I have no idea. Well, we'll see if I do get there. Let's see. The generation doesn't start and end at the same in each country. Oh, really? Really now? Huh. Well, I mean, I guess I could understand some countries with different, years, China and Japan and, most Asian countries in general operate on a different year system. But, yeah. 87 millennial, absolutely. I had some really, really good friends that were also born in 87. Kenny, if he, I don't know if he watches my channel, but Kenny, if you're out there, he's born in 87. Birthday's also in November. So, Scorpios for sure. It's funny. Most of my friends have birthdays pretty close to mine. My buddy, one of my best friends, his daughter is really close in age to my oldest daughter. I'm only 10 days older than him. It's crazy. We're both 10 days apart. So, and we were both born in 92. So we are literally 10 days apart in the not just my birthday, but in the actual literal sense. November 20th, nice. Good year. Definitely good year, good time there. Your son's November 17th? Crazy. Mine's November 17th. My buddy's is November 27th. So yeah, wild. I very rarely meet people with November 17th birthdays, but Danny DeVito was born on November 17th. And so was the author of not J.K. Rowling, the author of Aragon, and There's a few other really famous people. Who is it? Famous November 17th birthdays. We'll have some fun here real quick. So November 17th celebrity birthdays. Logan 30 Acre. He's 31. He's a YouTube star. I've never heard of this guy. I don't want to... Rachel McAdams. I'm sure she's famous. I don't know her very well. But Danny DeVito, there you go. Oh, good. RuPaul. Awesome. Thank you. Kennedy Ray. Don't know who that is. Let's see. Jeff Buckley, rock singer. Don't know who he is. Amanda Diaz. Don't know. Eric Nam. Don't know. There's somebody else famous, right? Like somebody else that, at least that I know. I'm sure these people are famous. I just don't know them. I'm not in this. I don't pay attention to this. Oh, Martin Scorsese. That's right. I forgot his birthday's November 17th, too. Let's see. You guys you're May 8th. Oh, mate is what I always say that about that. Or May-teenth. Or, yeah, Mother's May 18th. Okay, there you go. Oh, but you didn't say May. Never mind. November 18th, I bet's what you're saying. You can talk about whatever you want. Oh, wait. Oh, what was I doing? Candace, not about you. No, the Candace stream ended. You know, I'm just talking with chat for a bit before I sign off here. I'm gonna have to hop off here. You know, that's my alarm went off for going to sleep and whatnot. I need to go to sleep, just in general. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, February 17th, same as Michael Jordan. Nice, heck yeah, long live the GOAT for sure. May 30th, you're a Leo. Nice. Had my son at 19. Oof, man, that's a tough. You know, that's tough. Let's see. Am I missing anybody else here on this thing? I don't know who Dylan Walsh is. Zoe Bell. I'm sure people know Zoe Bell, but I don't know. Let's see. I thought there was one more. Was it Martin Scorsese? I thought there was a female that was really, really famous. Is it her? Was it Rachel McAdams? Is that who I'm thinking of? The hot chick, Mean Girls. No. Oh yeah, this probably is who I'm thinking of. The time traveler's wife. She was in Marvel's Doctor Strange and True Detective. Yeah, she's pretty famous. She's pretty stinking famous. I didn't watch really any of these. Hot Chick, Mean Girls, Notebook. Wedding Crashers I watched. Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, that's a really funny movie. Who did she play? Owen Wilson loved to crash weddings. Is she the girl that Owen Wilson tries to get with and Vince Vaughn ends up making fun of him for wanting to settle down? I just remember the what's his name? Will Ferrell part. Mom, get the meatloaf. It's a good scene. Very funny movie. Yeah, I guess she's the chick that he's trying to get with. Christopher Walken's in that movie. I forgot. Didn't he rob him? Doesn't he rob all of them? Something like that? Oh, man, I can't remember. That's really funny. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting, though. There's some cool, famous people. You know. You can't think of Danny DeVito other than... His most famous role to me will always be, and I know people are going to say Frank. Nah. Hercules. He's definitely always going to be Phil. Always to me. Like, that's just the movie. That or the Penguin, you know. Grew up on that. You know, you can't beat Batman. Oh, man, that's, who was it that played Batman? It was, he plays in the Spider-Man movies as the Falcon or whatever it is. Not the Falcon, what is it? Not the Owl, whatever the bad guy was in the Spider-Man Marvel movie with the young kid. Shoot. The Vulture. Vulture. He plays Vulture. Michael Keaton. There he is. Michael Keaton. None of y'all help me with that. Don't even try. You need to let me struggle. I deserved it, though. That's my bad. I should know Michael Keaton. You know what makes me so angry? The fact that they did, what's his name? Who played Edward Twilight, whatever? Edward Twilight actor. Okay, check this out. Robert Pattinson. They did Robert Pattinson as Batman. They did Robert Pattinson as Batman. Okay? You know why that makes me upset? They had a brilliant opportunity right here. Okay? I want you to look at this. Okay? I just want you to look at this dude. Robert Pattinson. Okay? Let's take a good look. Like, You know who this dude looks like? He looks like a guy named Terry McGinnis. You know who Terry McGinnis is? Check this out. Terry McGinnis is from Batman Beyond. Okay? Now check this out. Batman Beyond Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond is this old man. Okay? You know who would make a good Bruce Wayne right now in that Batman Beyond? You know what I mean? You know who would do a really, really good job of being that character? It's wild, isn't it? You know how upset that I am that they didn't come up with that at all? That he could have played Terry McGinnis and Bruce Wayne is his mentor? Like, that's crazy that they didn't come up with that. They could have had the best-selling movie of all time had they done Batman Beyond with Robert Pattinson playing this dude and then having the other Michael Keaton playing old Bruce Wayne. Like, that's so insane that they didn't do this. I'm genuinely disappointed. That's Hollywood just absolutely screwing up badly. Oh yeah, Adam West Batman was the most hilarious. I'll never forget the shark exploding. I mean, it is truly like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is specifically making fun of Adam West Batman when they use the spray can to make the shark explode. One of the funniest scenes I think I've ever seen. That is just classic humor. It was just absolutely amazing. So yeah, there's that. But man, they could have had the absolute best Batman movie of all. I guarantee you that would have been a Batman movie making billions of dollars had they done Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton and freaking Robert Pattinson there. I'm just so irritated that they didn't do that. No, I'm not even kidding. Because it's just too obvious, you know? Your kids are more successful than I could have ever imagined. It boggles your mind. I mean, that's the goal right there, you know? I hope my girls are way more successful than I ever could have been. I really do. I hope that they just take off and just do well, you know? That's all I could ever want. If I know that they're good, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. Oh, man. But anyway, oh, wait, who are you talking to? Moonphase? Oh, what happened? Did I miss that one? Uterine cancer. I'm thankful I didn't listen to people saying wait till you're older to have kids because I required a Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know, I'm not going to say who, but I personally know someone who else had to do that that's very, very, you know, close to us who also had to do that. But it's not my story to tell. But yeah, no, absolutely. I'm glad you ended up having your kids because the person I'm talking about had to have her kids very much like right then and there. It was like, have your kids now, then we got to get this out, you know? And that's what she did. And my life would be drastically different if that didn't go down that way. You know? Drastically. Actually, everything would be different. So, that's crazy. I'm glad that we're able to get that info. And then people can make the decisions to have kids right then and there and then get it taken care of now. Just imagine, you know, medieval times. Or, you know, imagine if we actually had real food, too. We probably wouldn't have the cancers. So there is that. But, you know, is what it is. At least we were able to detect it. Could be worse. Val Kilmer. Oh, yeah, Val Kilmer, too. He's great. Yeah. Absolutely. Man. Well, anyway, guys, I do got to get off here now. I have got to get to sleep. I am so freaking tired. And, yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for everything you all do, being here, liking, sharing, subscribing. And I'm going to go ahead and run through the super chats just again. Thank the people. Maria, Fofana, Liberty Bell Lyric, Rock Chip, Sherry Andreas for $50. Like, oh man, you guys don't have to donate, like, at all. And to do that, thank you. It's so nice of you guys, seriously. Diana Cooper, thank you so much. Patrina Rich, I don't know why these names aren't going all the way. And Diana Cooper. And thank you guys so much, seriously. Thank every one of you all for being here. Thank you all so much. Genuinely. And yeah. I'll see you guys here in the next one. Later.